Hello everyone, I am Tacit, and today, of course, we got a lot of things going on. Of course, one thing that we had going on earlier today, as well as for the next week, is the new Mythic, Calica. She's in the Glory Gem Guild VIP and VIP chests for this week, and then will be in the drop table with everything else. This is normal, however, it is currently a Nexus event, which means we did not have Weaver Gate 2.0. It is actually an event key drop table. So if you try opening event keys, you do have a 0.11% chance of getting a new Mythic. Keep in mind, this is only for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It does not carry over beyond that point, because once it hits Monday, it's going to be a different event key drop table. It will no longer be Nexus. It'll be, actually, I completely forget what next week is, but it's not Nexus. But you only will be able to do that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you want to use event keys, there are two instances you could do it. This Friday, Saturday, Sunday, as in today, tomorrow, or Sunday. Or 2 weeks from now. 2 Mondays from now, we have a Nexus event again. That's the last time we're going to be probably having a Nexus event for quite some time. However, given that that event is a Nexus event that's coming up, you can also get an event key drop table then. So, yeah, it is possible event key for it. I actually did so in the video that we did earlier. So if you have a lot more event keys than you do other keys, you might want to consider. Otherwise, just do your normal methods for accumulating it. But yeah, basically it's in every drop table except gold keys, because gold keys just don't have any Mythic chance. So, yeah, for the next 3 days, it's literally in every drop table. And then next week, it'll only be until Friday reset, only in Glory Gem Guild VIP chests, as Mythics normally are. Anyways, that's not the main thing we're doing this stream, though. What we're going to be doing is the new faction, which doesn't have that creative of a name. It's called Umbra Nexus, which obviously is Nexus's faction. So, yeah, we got this thing. So we'll be doing the storyline. That's also what that one thumbnail is that you've probably seen a lot of loading screens, or whenever you launch the game. Yeah, it's that. Seen that image quite a bit up to this point. A purple-yellow banner does come in with a new star too, which I still don't know what it does, but if I had to guess, it's a plus-shaped purple-yellow, kind of like the inverse of an X-shaped red, green, brown, blue. Not sure if that's exactly what it does, but we'll find out soon. Then once we go get the troops. Though we won't find out from the troops themselves, because they're going to die within like 5 seconds. Let's just go get like a quick kill, like Phoenicia or something on them, and go from there. But anyways, guys, I hope all of you have been having a wonderful, wonderful weekend so far. Also, is the chat above me not working? Oh no, that's not good. Did it decide? I was just talking about earlier, the other day. It's like, oh, that my chat hasn't broken for like ages, and then it's like, oh, it might be broken right now. Let's see. Hello, Mister. Hello, Hog. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Nightmare. Hello, Mister. And hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's go read through this entire storyline. While we were in the southern reaches of the underworlds, we saw some strange lights. Yes, hello, Chris. Welcome, welcome. Oh, no, it's working. Okay. That's weird. Why did it not show any of the other chat that has happened? Do those lights remind you of anything? I'm not sure. They remind me of Nexus, my homeland. Ah, yes. It's a portal. Oh, I didn't think of that. That's actually a portal at the base, isn't it? Oh, I didn't even think of that till now. That did not look like a portal to me. It looked like it was like around some kind of orb. Well, I guess a portal is an orb, kind of. Not really. But the colors are different. We should investigate. Let's go. Hey, what are we doing for this? Just quick kill Phoenicia? I'm pretty sure just quick kill Phoenicia. Rowene would work too. Actually, Rowene probably has enough damage. There's no way Rowene doesn't just one-shot everything here. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Imperial. Hello, Matt. Hello, welcome, welcome. Hope all has been well. But obviously, getting through the faction is an absolute cakewalk, because it has to be accessible to new players, of course. So the stats here are ridiculously low. Though those look like quite a few of them will have 20%. I didn't even think about that. But we do have 10% bonus to all Nexus, as well as 10% to all elementals, which means the entirety of the faction, I think, has 20% bonus, which is something I didn't even really think of until I just saw it right there. But I'm pretty sure all 4 Nexus troops have 20% bonus this week, which theoretically makes the faction easier to do, though you have to keep in mind the enemies also have that 20% on the first and final battle. So even though you have it, the enemies also have it. It still makes it overall easier, though, because the in-between battles are easier due to you having higher stats, whereas they don't have higher stats. So it is still technically overall easier than if we didn't have 20%. However, to some degree, on the first and final battle, it does not make much of a difference. I have a bad feeling about this. So do I. These creatures were elementals, as is everything from this place, but not from Nexus. Oh? They had a strange dark energy about them. This is the underworld. They did. I'd like to learn more about them. Me too. Let's go investigate. Do you see the trap up ahead? Oh no, it's a trap! I do. It's the source of the light we were following. So it is. The light seems to emanate from an opening in the trunk. I see it. I wonder if it is a portal like the one to my homeland. Let's find out. Halt! This tree is not for you. So how does it have like this weird void thing, and then this also like keeper of the light kind of thing? Lightborn paladin. Weird combination. Do we want all 12 traits for what? Not sure which one you're referring to. A little bit of extra souls. And, oh yeah, I forgot. Do we even get a good weapon from this faction? I believe the answer is no. Because I'm pretty sure I read over the weapon once and I do not remember what it is, so it's probably a bad weapon. For the faction troops. Oh, I see what you mean. When you said it like that. Okay, that makes more sense. So should we get all 3 for all 4 of them? I forget what the thingy is. I'll go check in a second once we get there. We did go over it the other day, but I actually already forget. I believe it had some kind of transform, so it might not necessarily be worth it. I'll go check once we get there, though. Those warriors guarding the tree, yes? They were like my people, the Nexians, but made of light. They were. So how are they in the underworld, then? Shouldn't they be in the overworld? I think I know what we found. And Umbra Portal. The what? Where Nexus is made of natural elements, this place is made of light and shadows. Hey! Amazing. There must be a portal in the tree, much like the one to my homeland, I see. It will be radiating that's light out of the giant knothole. Makes sense? Yes, exactly. True. 100% makes sense. There may be more guards, creatures of both light and darkness in there. Very well. But how can we leave here without knowing more? I agree. So we shall research further. And destroy everything in our sight in one shot. Okay, they mostly make gems. It's probably worth upgrading then. Hey, you giant knothole. That definitely sounds like an insult. An insult. A knothole. Actually sounds like a really good type of pretzel. I could really go for a knothole right now. Well, wouldn't that kind of be like a little circle, except like a donut? Wouldn't a knothole literally just be almost like a pretzel donut? Like a pretzel in the shape of a donut? That's what a knothole sounds like. Well, here we are, past the guards. Almost like, a circular donut, but you put like the cheese dip in between. Oh, you know what? That would actually be really good. Like a circular, not a donut, but a circular, pretzel. But the dip for your pretzel is literally like the filling in between, like almost like a, like, you know, you'd have a circle, like a donut, and then you like fill the in-between with like cheese, or that's why I normally have with my pretzels. But, that would be really good. Is that a thing? That should exist. I'm not sure if it's called a knothole though, but that's what a knothole sounds like. Anyways, well, here we are. Past the guards, indeed. But theoretically, that's the knothole. Now, we just need to, find... So, which is kind of similar. It's a circle with a thing in the middle. Now we just, need to find the portal. You can't be far. What then? We smash the portal! Smash it why? Who knows what creatures may come through into the world? Only our portal can exist. Destroy all other portals. Very well. There can only be one portal. Behold! The Umbral Gate! Wow. Very similar to my own Nexus portal, except it's not our portal, so it must die. So I see. We need to close it down. Quickly! Are you sure? If you saw the creatures beyond the confines of this world, you would not ask that. Okay. Let's go destroy the portal then. That's not a portal. That's something guarding the portal. It's a pretzel ring? Okay, it does exist. I knew that was some kind of pretzel. There was no way that that couldn't be some kind of pretzel. Oh, why am I taking it that way? Whoops. You just woke up. Woke up like 20 minutes ago. Let's see. Still slightly out of it. My eyes are like half asleep still. It is done! The gate is closed for now. For now, yes, until we go do the faction like 1 minute later. You can never really close one of these things. Oh. You merely move them onto points to another world. That's terrifying. For now, though, the Underworld and KrissTigger are safe until, like, literally minutes from now. Thank you. Another world, as in KrissTigger. Anyways, so, let's go and obtain the troops real quick. See what on earth these things do. Or try to remember what on earth these things do. Because we've actually read through them before. And should just take several thousand. So just kind of mash the 200 one. This is one where we don't really care if we overeat on. Though I wish there was a 50 option. It's kind of weird that they still have not added a 50 option. Every key in the game has a, you know, like a 110-50. Or once there's over 50, it has a use all or to use 200 option. However, this doesn't even have a 110-50. The fact that this hasn't had a 50 yet is still very weird to me. That you have to do it 10 at a time. Because it's pretty much just like any other key. Not only does it not really show like a key, but it also it doesn't have the same parameters as far as how many you can use to try to obtain it. Okay, I've completely lost track of how many I've used, so I'm just going to check it like right here, I think. Maybe do one more. I think we're pretty much there. I think we might need to go a little deeper. Also, of course, all these troops do count as Nexus troops, which is pretty relevant because they're Nexus. And Nexus needs more troops. And this helps us get more troops, specifically 4 more. And if you count the faction troop, 5 more. And if you count the 2 from this Monday, 7 more. And we got 1 more of the Legends. Once we have all the copies of the Legend, I think we're good at this point. There we go. Okay, let's go double check again. Because if we don't have enough epics, I could just get it from the thingy. Let's see, from the event itself. We actually do not have enough epics, so we also don't have enough ultra rares, do we? Yeah, we need... Okay, we're bottlenecked on mostly... Oh, the rare too. No, actually the rare is not that bad, but it is still behind. Because we need 91 copies. Okay, so we just need to find a couple more of the ultra rare and the other thing. We'll definitely find the epic along the way, and even if we don't, we get it off the event. So it's not too big deal if we find epics here. Oh, of course, we'd get 2 of them. We mostly just need rares and ultra rares. Those are the only 2 we need right now. That and good treasure. Oh, sacred treasure, nice. Right on cue. Like a bunch of genie lamps, sacred treasure, rare, and ultra rare is what we need right now. We'll keep going till we hit 109,000, I guess. And that should be enough, I would sure hope. Please don't be ever so slightly short. Make this convenient. Alright, let me go check. So we click over here, we click over to upgradable. We then see that you're still 1 copy short. You're 1 copy. What are these numbers? Okay, you have enough. You're 1 short, but I can get it. So I just need 1 copy of the rare. So you know what? I'm just gonna do. I guess we'll do 10. I was gonna say I'll just do 20, but until we get it. But this better give us 1. There it is. We got 3. Okay, that's all we need. Everything has their copies. Let's go upgrade everything now. That wasn't too bad though. It could have been a bit better. At least we got a sacred treasure or a few in there. So let's go upgrade these guys. Upgrade, ascend, level, trait. Get them all nice and nexused up. So we can actually get some stars for the place. Oh yeah, should we actually have done that? Create a purple gem when my turn begins. Oh yeah, that's perfectly fine. I thought it was like some kind of weird thing. But no, creating purples at start of turn is fine. Because every single thing from this kingdom is purple except for your tank. So your purple generator... Oh wait. What does the Lightborn one do? Create a yellow gem at the start of your turn. Okay, I lied. Do not level the Lightborn thing. At least not yet. Because you actually don't want yellow, I don't think. So yeah, don't upgrade the yellow one. If any of them do purple, that's fine though. Because 3 of them use purple. But I don't think you want to do the light one. Because I believe there's only 1 light and 3 dark. Because you create a purple. And you do the Umbral Storm. So yeah, don't do the one... Oh no, yeah, I would say don't. Like, it wouldn't be that big a deal if you did. But, yeah, probably don't. It's not going to be too big an issue if you have, though. Because that can still help you. but I feel like we'd have better help if we just had purple spawning. Are you even going to use the paladin for the pure faction? Yes. I'm going to be using her one copy as our tank. She's a really good tank. And by a really good tank, I mean relative to the rest of the kingdom, she's the only tank. So she's a really good tank because of that. She's a really good tank because nothing else can tank properly. Not because she's actually a good tank, but because everything else can't do the role. So she's going to have to tank. Alright, so let's go look at these troops real quick. So, even though we were just upgrading them, we didn't really look at them. So if we go over to the kingdom of Umbra Nexus, which unfortunately does start with a U, which means it's all the way at the bottom. Umbra Nexus. So these are the 400 troops that end up coming in. And let's go in rarity order. So as far as the rare, it steals a bunch of life and a little bit of mana and some magic from an enemy. Overall, this can be good. It's a targetable life steal, and you get to keep that life. So this one's probably going to be pretty high priority. And realistically, we're probably going to run 2 of him. It also has stealthy, which means everything else on our team has to be attacked first. And one of our things is going to be a tank, and then the other one's likely going to be the legend. Which means the one that we're not going to use is this epic. So it deals damage, scatter damage, boosted by purple gems at a really low boost ratio, and purple allies. And also has a creation gem. So yeah, the red-purple is really bad. So our team is definitely going to be Lightborn Paladin in first slot, double Void Wisp into the legend. As far as Lightborn Paladin, it's not the best tank, but it's the only tank we have for the kingdom. It gains a bunch of life boosted by yellow gems and yellow allies, and then destroys a row. The row is choosable, and it also has 40% score reduction. It also gets to create a yellow at the start of turn, however, we probably are not using it for that purpose. And we're probably going to actually metal. Oh, you know what? For me to metal her to get a little bit more durability, I actually do have to max her out completely. I didn't think about that. Because I actually can't, I can't ascend her to gold until we've gotten her final trait. Maybe we'll get the yellow spawn. It doesn't hurt to have the yellow spawn. It's not really that big a deal. You know what? I'm going to do it. Because I do want to actually upgrade her. Even though it's very little stats, that little stats should get boosted by the 20%, making it slightly more than a little bit. So she's an ultra rare, right? Let me double check just to make sure. She is indeed an ultra rare, which means we throw down a ultra rare medal, then 2 ultra rare medals, and then any epic medal. And that'll get it done. As well as 60,000 souls total. This is mostly just giving her a little bit of durability. Definitely not required. But she's getting like 30 durability after the 20%. Because she's getting what? Actually, maybe before the 20%. Gosh, 9. She's getting 17 HP and 7 armor. Which means she's getting 24 durability. That 24 durability is increased by 20%. Which means, yeah, she's almost getting... She's getting like 29 stats. Like 28, 29, maybe 30. I think it's like 28 or 29 though. Because from the 20% on top of the 24 she already has. So it's not too bad. Just for meddling her to have that one trait. Oh, I forgot to give her the final thing though. Whoops. Just 1 epic will do it. Whoops. 1 epic. There we go. Alright, she's good to go to tank for us. Nice and tanky. Unfortunately, she doesn't have like an attack gain or anything. She doesn't even have a barrier on cast either. It's kind of underwhelming. But she has score reduction and she has a durability gain. And that makes her tankier than every other option. Alright, so I should probably put this over top the team that says Pure Faction. Hello, Pure Faction. Let's see. So we're going to run that. What's your ability again? Oh yeah, we never looked at the legend. So the legend creates 5 to 7 Umbral stars, and then summons a random Umbral Nexus troop. We still need to go figure out what Umbral stars do. I'm pretty sure I know what it does. Like, really logically, it would be a plus-shaped yellow-purple. And if it's not that, then why? Why is it not? I think I just want to go all in purple-brown. This might seem weird. However, the most important thing on our team, and pretty much the only thing on our team, is a Void Wisp. Our entire team is Void Wisp. The other alternative would be like a double yellow into like a little bit of purple. But I think I want purple-yellow. Actually, the banner I already have set is actually correct. The purple-brown would also work, but I don't want to minus blue. Is there a purple-brown that doesn't minus something that's on our team? No, yes, green. No, that's not the right coloration, though. Okay, every single thing that gives us +2 purple, +1 brown, minuses a color we need. So I might just keep it as +2 purple, +1 yellow. But at that point, I'd almost rather have a double yellow into purple. Alternatively, I can also go double brown into a purple and just minus green. That's not ideal though, because we want double purple. What's every double purple option? Can we get like a double purple? Well, I want double purple brown, but we can't without minusing. So yeah, double purple yellow that we were just had it on. We actually didn't even need to change our banner because double purple. Wait, why does it minus brown? That's one of the colors for the kingdom. That's so weird. The normally the faction banner is actually pretty good for the faction, but because of Void Wisp and it minusing brown, it actually isn't. Okay, that's weird. But anyways, we'll run with this one then. What it was already set to is actually perfectly fine. A purple red. I mean a purple yellow. I mean with minus red. Because I can't do purple brown without minusing either blue or yellow. Which ideally we don't want to do. So we'll just set it to yellow then. Okay, that will be our pure faction team. One thing I do want to go check real quick though is what on earth do these skull things do? I'll test it against fire bombs. So let's go figure out what what this new power gem does. If I could figure out where on earth I just put the team. There it is. Let's see what it does. Yep, it is a blue-yellow destroys, or purple-yellow destroys row and column. That makes sense. That's what we've been saying it would do, though we didn't have confirmation. Because that just makes too much sense, and that is exactly what they did. It'd be weirder if they didn't. Because that'd be super strange. Because that's like the most obvious thing to do, based on this name and everything. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense then. Aren't you supposed to be doing a storm? Oh, it's only when we do an extra turn. Well, problem with that. We haven't landed a single extra turn. Also, he's going to die before I can even do this. Oh, no. He's going to die before I can cast him. That's kind of funny. No! He died before I could cast. We got the storm in play, though. But I didn't actually get to cast or get the gem. Because Surian still hasn't done his like on-screen little tutorial tip thing. Let's try it again. Oh, we found another crown. Too bad we can't find the crowns during the event. Otherwise, we'd probably have them all before we even hit tonight. Also, one issue with this team, though, or it's not an issue for now, because when we're doing order for faction, it's fine. But for what we're currently trying to do, it's kind of hard for us to get his mana because we're getting the other thing first off of purple. It's not too big a deal, though. Alright, just give me full mana, please, so we can go and show these stars. Oh, that's funny. He was the one who created those. Okay, so let's go create these new skulls. Or these new stars. Okay, so. Oh, they look pretty cool. This gem can be matched with yellow or purple gems. It gives 1 mana for those 2 colors and destroys a row and column. Yep, exactly what we said it would do. That makes sense. That's a logical thing of what it would have done. And that is exactly what it does. Cool. So we could do that, and then boom. A plus-shaped destroy. And it gives us +1 purple, +1 yellow. Alright, that makes a lot of sense. That's exactly what it should be doing, and that's what it's doing. Alright, that works. It's perfectly fine. That means he's... Oh, you know what? Maybe I do move him a little bit further up. Because he's going to be mana accumulating a lot. I'm concerned about him missing. However, the amount of mana accumulation is kind of nice. Oh no, I might keep him a little further back. We'll see. Because he's still... Or yellow sync, and I don't want to block on purple. So I am actually going to keep him in the last slot then. Okay, we're going to run this way. It might have seemed clunky how we were running it for that battle. Mostly because we were just trying to see the gem. However, when we're actually running in pure faction, this is going to give us the highest chance of not losing. So we're going to keep it in this order. It's not like a super quick win. But it's good at not losing pure faction, which is the main thing we need. Anyways. So, we have access to yellow and purple. So we can build any team kind of centered around that premise. With that being said, Sir Q. I forgot his name for a second. But Sir Quentin Hadley. A little bit of a weird name. But I need you. I need a... Gosh, why can I not remember any name right now? I need... White Helm's Foyer Troop. Guard's Avatar. Though I forget how you spell guard these days. Isn't it spelled really weird? How do you spell guard? I know how you spell guard, but... How do you spell guard's avatar? Wait, what? Oh, is it? No, even if it was double A. Wait, what? Okay, I'm confused. Oh, it's double A. It is double A. That's what I thought for a second. I was like, wait, it's not the normal guard with a U. Because I knew it had double A. But I forgot. It actually just replaces the U with double A. Let's see. So we need hero and we need a mana accumulator. We have access to yellow and purple, so I can actually just leprechaun here. Instead of having to go harpy or anything. Theoretically, we could even thrall. But I'm going to go leprechaun. And then we just go like our scare shield. Oh, our scare shield blocks though. But what if we need it? Could go Mountain Crusher. Could go, I'll just go an extender explodey weapon. Like the crystal. So let me go crystal. We don't use it type-wise, but it's still going to come through for us. So we're going to go to crystal, Abel crystal. And there we go. That's our team. I think it's fine. Though that goes the other way around. Alright, one beefy guards avatar cast. And then we finish with Cirqua and Hadley if we still need more follow-up. So what hero class do we run here? Obviously not Elementalist. This is an instance where Elementalist is not needed. Archer's kind of okay. A Knight hero class could theoretically work, though the Knight hero class is so abysmal. I kind of want something that has a light storm if we can. Though theoretically a brown storm would also work, which almost makes me want to go Titan or something. Just for the half mana start and then brown storm. You know what? I think we are just going to go Titan. Play it safe. I don't think we need necessarily that much durability this early, but brown storm would be beneficial. And then of course we change our banner to a yellow brown. Or something similar. +2 brown, +1 yellow, -1 purple, I guess is fine because we're not actually feeding purple mana. Like we use it twice, but we're not trying to accumulate it. There we go. And that's level 100 or 22-100. Let's see. There we go. Alright, there's a level 20-100 team. Then we go build up a Iron Gadzugoff. That's not how you spell Thrall. And we could technically go Leprechaun, actually. You know what? I'm just going to go Leprechaun. There's nothing stopping us. Alright, that's the team. Change banner accordingly to, like, purple something. Probably purple-blue, I guess. I said green's actually fine here. Okay, there we go. And doesn't even matter what hero class we have, so I guess we can keep it as Elementalist. And rename this to 100 to all. Well, technically it works for literally every level. Yep, that's not a backspace. Wait, what just happened? That was weird. Alright, and then we need a cheaper team that can go through the whole thing. I'll probably just show triple finesse then. Finesse. 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 And then we'll go for the weapon of, what's it called? I forgot its name. Tipping and Strix probably the easiest way to find it. There it is. Staff of Storms, the new one. I knew Nimbus Bow, but I forgot the name of Staff of Storms. There we go. That's that new Nexus weapon. I mean, not Nexus, I mean... oh, speaking of that, I didn't actually check to see what the new Nexus weapon is. But that's the new, what's it called weapon? The newer Suncrest weapon. Anyways, I can actually go use the new banner for the faction. We haven't had a reason to use it yet, so let me... Oh, no, it's purple, though. Oh, I want +2 yellow, +1 purple. Not the other way around. Like, I want something like that. Fail. Come on, is this useful for anything? Umbral banner, +2 purple, +1 yellow, -1 brown. That is very often going to be useless. Brown's a really useful color. And there's so many other ones that do purple. And very rarely would you need yellow with your purple, necessarily. It just seems like a kind of weird one. Like, a +2 yellow purple is a little bit more useful. Because yellow teams have a little bit of purple, and they convert into yellow. But, I don't know. It just doesn't seem as useful the other way around, especially when you're minusing brown. Just because how useful brown is normally. As I'm also minusing brown on this banner, but it's a little bit different. Anyways. Oh, our hero class does matter here. Whoops, let me go change to Stormcaller. and rename it to faction low, or actually just level 20 to 500 low. There we go. Those are our teams then, for when we cover a video later. So this is what we're going to be running for the earlier side, and I'll go copy it now. This is what we're going to be running for the rest of the time. Just standard auto win Zugaf Iron Gut. Finesses for low. And it's actually still a yellow-purple team, even though your weapon doesn't have to be. And pure faction, we were just going over earlier, with the Lightborn Paladin, Double Wisp, and the Umbral Portal. Alright, that's our plan then. Those are the teams. Alright, so next order of business. Let me go save this team by doing one singular battle. Before I do, oh, that's cool. Like a portal, it has like a circular thing. Interesting. I like the layout. That one actually looks pretty cool. Okay, so we got this weapon as well. We'll go see what that weapon does once we hit it. And then we'll buy like 5 tier, oh, we get the little star as an emote. That's cool. I always like when we get assets for the game as emotes, which is kind of weird that they don't do that more often, because wouldn't that be the lazy way? They already have like good graphics for a bunch of stuff, yet they don't make them actual emotes in chat, which is kind of weird. But anyways, let's go buy up everything. Spend like 2,000 something gems. Then go buy tier 7 times. Maybe 5. We might just go all in on 7 though. Wait, how many is 5 again? 5's like more towards bare minimum. We'll go 7. We're gonna go all out. Oh, a Sacred Treasure, nice. So what does this book do? This book does Umbral Tomb. Deals damage to all enemies boosted by Umbral Stars. It's okay. It's another AoE weapon. Compared to like Black Manacles or something, I'm not sure you're really going to be doing it, because very rarely are you going to be having Umbral Stars on the board. And Elemental's hero class, while really good, does not have any capability of putting Umbral Stars onto the board. Also, I just realized those are Umbral Stars, which means those are the yellow-purple ones, meaning that this is even more useless. Because how on earth are you going to get Umbral Stars onto the board? There's literally like 2 troops that do it currently. So never mind, that weapon is super bad. If it was both Umbral Stars and the other stars, I actually completely forgot what they're even called now. Elemental Stars. If it was Umbral Stars and Elemental Stars, then it would be somewhat less useless. But it's basically just a standard AoE weapon. You'd probably use it if you don't have Sun and Moon, though, because there'd be instances where you might need the coloration. But assuming you have Sun and Moon, I believe Sun and Moon's even stronger than that, which is kind of sad, though it might be slightly stronger than Sun and Moon. Anyways, 1, 2, we'll do this 7 times. 3, 4, goodbye gems. 5, that's technically enough. 6, we're going for some skip method today. And 7. Unfortunately, I believe, oh, another Sacred Treasure, nice. I believe we have to do a really long path around though, unfortunately. Because isn't the minimum, well, I like the layout of it. Isn't the minimum to get to room like 5 battles? No, 4 battles. Though if you go the other way, gosh, it's so many rooms. But yeah, 1, okay, so it's not a 5-room faction, that's fine. At least it's only a 4-room faction. Which is not ideal, but better than if we had to go the other way, gosh. Interesting. I assume most of these are treasure rooms? That's not a treasure room. That is a treasure room, but it might not be guaranteed. That is not. That is. That is not. That also is not. Alright, so I think there's 2 guaranteed treasure rooms here and here. There's one way to check. Let me go check the events. Is the event set up in the same way? Guaranteed treasure room. Guaranteed treasure room. Wait, did I just click the same one twice? Whoops. Let me see. Guaranteed treasure room. Guaranteed treasure room. Okay, I think that's the case then. That one was also a treasure room that time, oddly enough. However, I believe this one right here and this one right here is guaranteed. We only have 2 data points for it, but both those 2 data points had both those treasure rooms there. So I would assume those 2 are guaranteed, but a few other having a chance. Oh, also, they mentioned this earlier. I made sure not to claim it last night, but you've probably already seen this in your mail. Hello, adventurers! Next week we will be giving 3 campaign stars to all players who have missed out on the final task of Nexus this week. We apologize for the inconvenience, but we were unable to get a fix working as quickly as we would have liked. Please enjoy the gems to help with the new faction release. So, of course, no one's been able to, unless you bought like the super big pass. Maybe it was a ploy to get people to do so. No, it's just one of billion glitches. But the pass, the campaign this week, as you probably saw when you were doing the campaign earlier this week, did not actually have a final bronze task. We're actually just missing one. It's kind of weird. However, this makes it so you're 3 stars short. And this is somewhat relevant because if you were on normal paid side, you would have been able to get Wild Orb this week, but now you can't because you're 3 points short. So you're like right there, right before it at 590. That's specifically 597. However, they will be giving everyone 3 points next week, which means, well, you were going to be able to get Wild Orb next week anyways, because that'd be a whole nother 100 points, assuming it works correctly and actually gives us 100. But, yeah, this wasn't obtainable by normal side of pass, and mostly because there's 3 that we're missing. And then we just jump straight up to the portrait, which isn't really that useful. Next useful things are the Magician, assuming we even get anything good for the Tarot card. And, of course, the Mythic that honestly seems a bit underwhelming. I hope they make it stronger. It needs slightly more spawn or something. The fact that it only creates 3 4 times wild cards. Wait, it doesn't even do 4 anymore? I could have sworn it was 4 4 times wilds. Why is it only 3 4 times wild? At least do 4 4. Based on how many heads it has, it looks like it should do 5 4 times wilds. Maybe that's what it was originally and it was just too strong and they never changed the art, which would make sense. Though I still wish it was 5. Anyways, hey, if they can release Sent to Terra again, they can do that. Anyways, let me go save this one team that I have on copy-paste, because the fact I still haven't done the battle yet is bothering me. So let me go paste in our team right here. And let's get rolling. Though before we do, I do need to go upgrade the faction itself. I mostly just want to save this, just so we don't have to worry about our copy-paste. Can you suggest an old, or can I suggest an old classic team for low level? Sure, what is it? Is it a Black Beast? Oh wait, you can't use Black Beast in this. Is it Gargoyle? Gargoyle is still pretty viable for factions. Oh wait, but you can't use Gargoyle in this coloration. Oh, let me go see what it is. Is it Divine Ishbala center team? Because I know there were some pure Divine teams that used to be used way back in the day. Let's see, what team is this? Oh, the good old Infernus. Yeah, I haven't used Infernus for a while. Infernus Elamagrim. It would work. He actually had a buff a little while ago, too. I believe a year ago? Was he done during that one patch last year? I can't remember. But approximately a year or so ago, he got a buff to have 1 more gem spawn. So now he can actually do up to 13 instead of up to 12 like he used to be. And if he's doing 13 each time, he actually has a pretty good chance of landing extra turn. So he's actually stronger than he used to be in the past. His attack steal is also pretty decent still. But yeah, you could end up getting away with that. The only problem with that is for a low team, it does use 2 mythics. And generally the point of a low team is to make sure it's low rarity. More so than the lower range. But it would work. I'm probably just going to be sticking with what's its name for the lower level range though. Oh, I was like, wait, why am I here? I'm here for a really specific reason. We need to go upgrade the Horde. So let's do just that. I will use some rings initially, and then we're going to go all in on Chalice. I think we're going to do like rings twice and then go Chalice heavy. Normally I'd want to go a little bit deeper on rings, but I think we have enough treasure that will be fine. I think I'll do like 3 sets of rings and then start chalicing. That seems fine. Okay, and now we just go Chalice heavy. Also, hello, Koala. Also, hello, iKing. Hello, Nail. Hello, Ian. Hello, Jan. Hello, Analyst. Who did I say hello to? Hello, Matt. Hello, Black Glass. Also, hello, Nexus. Also, Nexus. That's kind of funny that a bunch of stuff this week is based on your name. They added you to the game. And they added you a faction. But I find that really funny. You now have a faction and kingdom named after you. Yeah, we're almost there. Because once we start doing the bigger treasures, it's going to spike up. Just got to get past the Chalice section. Oh, so hello, Jamie. Welcome, welcome. Now, once we get this upgraded, we will go do the faction. There's nothing else blocking us. This takes a little while sometimes. We're probably aiming for like 155, 156 around there. Whatever the one gives magic, I can't remember. I think it's 156. That's been my stopping point lately. I used to go to like 200 or so. But now we stop at like mid 150, a little over, for the extra magic, double magic that's there. Yeah, 155 is double magic. Okay, yeah. That's normally been my stopping point lately. Though I just realized we don't have any 25 or 50% for the kingdom, though. Though you technically could with leveling it. Actually, no, never mind. I do have it, don't I? Hold up. Because we have gotten it to level 15. I just haven't done it to 16. Right? Because there's nothing stopping us from doing it, other than the resources themselves. Because it's not like you need it. Oh, we also did 7 stars. Doesn't it go higher than that? It does. Oh! I forgot I don't have the other 2. We're getting these next week, though. But yeah, unless you went on super paid side, you don't have this maxed yet. And you don't have these 2 owned yet. Both of which we'll have to use a small blue orb on. But yeah, this is on super paid. This is on super paid. We get it on normal paid next week, though. And I'm just going to wait till next Thursday. Because by next Tuesday, I think we have this. Monday or Tuesday. And by next Thursday, we have this. Assuming you've gotten every single crown up to this point. And then that will be maxed on the same time when we get the lovers, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it's the same day. Maybe it's not the same day, actually. But they're really like close to each other. Actually, this might be on the 40? I can't remember. But we get it maxed soon. Yeah, this is on 40, this is on 45, that's on 50, if I'm not mistaken. This is maxed on 40. This we get at 45, and then we use a blue orb. And now we get on 50, and then we use a blue orb. And that will cover the rest of what we're missing. And then we'll have everything from the new faction. The only other thing we'll have is 2 other troops in 2 weeks from now. 2 Mondays from now, there will be another event with Nexus. And that will be, I believe, the last of the Nexus troops until they have an event again. Meaning the kingdom will all be here. Interesting. Anyways. Yeah, that's why we can't go any higher right now. It is possible to, but you'd have to... it costs us like 1,000 gems if I wanted to do that. Which, actually probably more than that. So not worth it. Because if I did 2 tasks right now, we'd have to do it 11 times. So theoretically, I could upgrade it right now if I spend 1,100 gems. Not worth it, though. We could just wait till next Thursday. We waited this long. We could wait another week. Anyways, so where were we? Let's keep upgrading the Horde. Something we were just doing, then I got sidetracked. Hello, Defiant! Welcome! Thank you, Defiant. Yeah, we'll be doing it again, hopefully before the holidays. I believe Cookie was saying earlier that someone was saying Darkest Dungeon 2 is supposed to be getting an update today. So if that's the case, we'll probably be doing that tomorrow. Otherwise, we might try that one other game that we tried the other day tomorrow. Oh, what was it called? It was called, gosh, what was it called again? It was called, Legend of Keepers. But I hope Darkest Dungeon 2 doesn't update this weekend. Otherwise, that might be what we do this weekend then. Because I've been wanting to get back into Darkest Dungeon 2. I just kind of been hoping they would do an update. So there'd be a reason to go back. But they haven't. They're definitely going to before Christmas. At some point, they're going to. Speaking of which, we should be getting a Gems of War patch soon as well. In the next week or 2. Same as Puzzle Quest 3, but that one's less relevant. Because they're probably not going to barely fix anything. I think we start switching to crowns now. I don't know, is that too early? I think it's perfect timing. We have a lot of Sacred Treasure right now, so we don't need to worry too much. A Sacred Treasure alone would get us there. Though I do like saving it. Yeah, if we just do that like 3 times, that would definitely get us there. However, that's not quite what we're doing at the moment. Because we have actually a really nice number of these because it ends exactly at 1. So now we go through Genie Lamps until we've hit the threshold, and then we might do some kind of like Sacred Treasure kind of mix with it. Because Genie Lamp's going to give us quite a bit of EXP when we do this. And I hurt our gold a little bit, but not too bad. Actually, I might not even need any Sacred Treasure this time around. Though I probably want to check on one of our last upgrades to see if we can actually close the gap completely. No, it's better just to go all in Genie Lamp here. Actually, it might just be no, it was still going to be slightly off, isn't it? Though I think we might need to go a combination of Genie Lamp, Sacred Treasure here. 156. Isn't that one too many? It is one too many. Interesting. Well, what's the alternative? We do 5 Genie Lamps and then we do a thing. Oh no, I'd rather just do it this way. It's overshotting by 1, but it's not that big a deal. We get an extra HP off of it. Unfortunately, it's not an armor. But I think we just do that then. 156 instead of 155. There we go. It has been done. There we go. And we get to save a bunch of Sacred Treasure for a later point. And we got to where we wanted, 155. And we overshot by 1 for an extra HP, which isn't that big a deal. Too bad it's not armor, though. There we go. Anyways, we got mail. Probably like a billion different mails. Gosh, why don't you collapse these mails? 22 different mails. Just off of doing what we just did. That is insane. Anyways, let's go and go to the faction now. We're all set up. We got our level 155 Horde, technically 156. We did the quest line, got over our troops, and we should be good to go. So now for the rest of the time, we'll probably just be grinding out this faction then, and seeing what it has to offer. We have like 1.5 billion sigils, so I'm probably going to start doing a rush method around 200, if not earlier. We have a pretty sizable amount of them. Yeah, so let's roll with this and keep going. Isabel just posted the optimal thingy for your order. Once you've done it enough times, it's kind of easy enough to just do it on your own, though. Because you can kind of eyeball what is optimal for it. Because it's barely any gold saving doing exact perfect. So obviously these earlier battles are just going to die in one shot, which is kind of the whole point of the team we used. Also, why did I do that? We already had win condition. Wasn't expecting the mana accumulation to do that much. Also, can you end your turn already? There we go. We really need the 8 times and 16 times speed. We were going over that on Thursday because we were watching that one video that the devs made on the new Mythic. And they were playing at like 1 time speed. And it just makes like almost 4 times seem like that now these days. Or 1 time speed is basically just a slow motion. 4 times is like normal speed, which means there's no quick speed in this game. Eventually we might get one. But 4 times is normal speed now. Pretty much. Like I'm not sure if they have a full data breakdown of it. But I'm pretty sure upwards of 80 to 90% of people in the game play on max speed. Like, if you take every account that's over level 1100, it has to be like 95% play at 4 times speed. Oh, I almost just took the faction. I can see me doing that multiple times, accidentally misclicking the end button when I meant to take the other room. Hasn't happened yet, though it probably will. They shadow buffed 5th perk in Chaos Clash Tree, did they? When? I'm trying to think of what has it. Death Knight does. Oh wait. Chaos Clash Tree. Which one's Chaos? I could have sworn that was Shadows. Is it that under Diabolus? Oh, Chaos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sudden Doom. Create a Doomstorm at start of battle. How's that buffed? That's the same thing it's always been. That hasn't changed. Am I looking at the wrong one? That's the same thing it's always been. Create a Doomstorm at start of battle. On Archmagus? Oh, the level 5? Oh, wait. Steal 6 life. From the first enemy when matching... Wait, what? Why did they buff this all of a sudden? Dark Hunger. Interesting. That's weird. Why would they just buff this out of nowhere? Was there any other rebounds? But yeah, it steals 6 life from the first enemy when matching purple. Interesting. Is that even worth using on Archmages? Oh, I already do it on Dark. Oh, nice. Well, this hero class is even stronger than it already was. Well then. Is this just the strongest hero class in the game now? Or at least from a casting perspective? Because now it also steals 6 life from the first enemy when matching purple. I believe this was like 1 or 2 before. Now it is 6 for whatever reason. I'm not sure why it just got shadow buffed out of nowhere. But quite literally. Since it's a shadowy hero class. Though it's kind of funny because it doesn't have that one shadow tree. But it does have all the other dark trees. And instead it has storm instead of that other shadowy tree. Which is kind of weird. But I guess they didn't want to give it stealthy. This thing would be even more insane if it had stealthy. But yeah, that's interesting. Was that the only change? Let me go check the forum. That's weird. Did they even mention it? Or did they just do it for the sake of, oh, let's just go change it? Or maybe there's a class update and that accidentally leaked through? Because they said a while ago they were going to do a class update, and now all the hero classes exist. As far as for every kingdom, including the new Nexus. So maybe that slipped by and they're doing it later this month. But that slipped by on accident. Who knows? Because I really hope there's some rebalance to some hero classes. A lot of them could use some help. Is there no post at all? Really? Did they just not make a post? Really? Okay, never mind. There's no official news. Maybe it's posted on the blog page. There it is. I'm not sure why they're not posting on the forum, the location where normally everyone checks. New mythic approaches, Calica. And that's the thing on Calica, which we already know. Doesn't mention anything about the event keys for the next 3 days. Oh, wait, no, it does actually. Hold up. She will also be available in the Nexus event chests this weekend until weekly reset. They actually remembered to put it. The only problem is it's not posted on the forum, but they did actually remember to mention it. Interesting. And then we have the Umbra Nexus with the new star. But yeah, nothing mentioning that buff. So it might be for a class update that's coming and they accidentally leaked early. I'm not sure. Interesting. Anyways, let's go and do the faction already. They're still in the first room. Ugh. It takes so much setup sometimes. Like, we're like an hour into the stream and we're basically just now doing the faction. Between all the other setup. That's fun setup. It's fun with a little bit of story lore that they add and everything. Also, we got to talk about knot holes. Okay, so let me go look up. What is a knot hole? Though, should I Google that on a normal Google thing? Would something weird come up? Let me double check. Let's see. What is a knot hole? As an actual pastry. I want to see what it looks like, though. I want to search it on the other thing first, just in case something weird comes up. Let's see. We do not need a strike on our channel. Let's see. What is a knot hole? Oh, it's kind of like the thing in a tree. What does a knot hole pretzel look like, though? Let me type in a knot hole pretzel. A knot hole pretzel doesn't seem to exist. Or if it doesn't, Google does not know that well what a knot hole is. But yeah, that makes sense that it would be called a knot hole then, because it's literally a thing in a tree. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, it's just a, it's just a thing in a tree. If I could just type it correctly. Knot hole. A hole in a piece of timber when a knot has fallen out or in a tree trunk where a branch was decayed. But yeah, knot hole. With an owl on it. Good old knot holes. Anyways. The knot hole has been very naughty, I know, right? I can see that meaning something really weird in slang. I don't think it is, but you never know sometimes. You never know. There's a Mythic in Terran Towards Spoilers that has the same perk as 3 trait. The same perk as a 3rd trait. Oh, interesting. So maybe they changed it and accidentally changed the old one as well. That's interesting. But we were talking about it earlier, that a nut hole needs to be like a circular pretzel with like cheese in the middle. Like almost like a donut, but like filled with whatever you would dip the pretzel in as the filling in the middle. Not as in like inside of the thing, but you know, in the circular hole cavity of the hole. That'd be so good. That product has to be sold somewheres. Oh, let's see. Let's throw that down. At that point, it's more like a donut than a thing, though. It's almost like those like flat pastries that have like the filling in the middle, except pretzelized. That's how I imagine a nut hole to be. You sent you. Oh, are they just called pretzel rings? Yeah, that might be what they're technically called. Instead of a nut hole. They might just be called pretzel rings. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Except a little bit more of a circular pretzel than like dipping things. But that also makes sense. But is that a thing then? A pretzel ring. Let's see. I'm gonna call these forever nut holes now. Pretzel rings. Why am I typing in Google? We're already at Google. Pretzel ring. Let's see. Images. Interesting. It doesn't actually come up off the pretzel ring though. Oh, there it is. Yeah, this. A pretzel ring. That looks good. But yeah, this is what I imagine a nut hole to be. That's a nut hole now. I shall forever call that a nut hole. Interesting. There's a more garlicky one. Like chives and something else on it. Anyways. Gosh, I'm gonna make myself hungry. I need to stop looking at food. I haven't ate yet today. Probably eating as soon as we end up the stream. We're still going for at least like another hour or two. Probably closer to 2 hours. 2 more hours, that is. Let's see. Throw that down. Yeah, I was imagining it more like a circular thing than actual dipping. Like, it being garlic knots around it isn't exactly what I was envisioning for it. You'll try not to bring up sandwiches. But no, a nut hole definitely sounds like some kind of pretzel dish to me. Instead of a cavity in a tree. Because those are called owl homes. Because as far as actual nut holes, I don't think there's ever been any instance where there's not like an owl or squirrel in there. That's just like what they exist for. Though I don't think I've ever seen birds use one. So they definitely would. feel like squirrels probably use it the most, but it's probably also because when I lived in New Jersey, there was like 1 billion squirrels around. So statistically, it was more likely that a squirrel would be in there than any other creature. The squirrels kicked all the birds. Also, squirrels in New Jersey get really big sometimes. Like they really overeat. Which is kind of weird because there's so many of them. Also, that's another issue where I used to live in New Jersey had a lot of geese. I'm going to see like so many of them when I go. Unless they've migrated this time of year. Actually, they might have migrated. It's winter after all, isn't it? Don't they migrate for winter? I can't remember. But if they haven't, I'm going to see 1.5 billion geese. Favorite juice? That's a hard one. Cranberry. I normally like things in cranberry. However, cranberry juice is generally pretty strong. Apple juice, you might as well just have apple cider at that point. And I think that counts more so as a cider than a juice once you've done that. But apple cider is pretty good. I'm not sure you would qualify that as a juice. Orange juice is too much of like a morning kind of thing. It's not something you can have whenever, so it makes it a lower tier juice. It's also too citrusy sometimes. And acidity. I don't know, what's a good nice like base juice? Grape? I don't know, grapes taste weird sometimes. Trying to think. I'm not sure what my favorite juice is. There's a lot of problems with a lot of juices that are like too strong in one way. I might just have to go with orange juice. Well, like every juice has a problem with it, which is the problem with juices. Like they all have their positives and negatives. I don't think there's a perfect juice out there. Like generally the issue with them is they're either too tart, too citrusy, or too, I just said the term earlier, or too, acidic. Like almost every juice has one of those 3 problems. That or it's like overloaded with extra sugar, which is another problem. So that's like one of those 4 problems normally. And I can't think of a juice that doesn't have at least one of those problems. Oh, you can't go wrong with orange juice though. It's a bit on the acidity side though. Which is kind of weird that it's like a breakfast thing. You should never need to try hard to be comical. You're just naturally humorous. Well, thank you for that. Also, happy delving, Yal. Also, hello, Yal. Hope all's been well. Also, as the suggestion said from earlier, we might actually, or you know, the fact that we set it to like 20 to 100, we might actually switch out of this team at 100 and start skip methoding. Depends exactly how many sigils we have by then. Because we're planning on doing it tomorrow night, we could probably start getting away with that. Because we bought pretty deep. Because we currently have 34, that gets us to 41. We guarantee have 44, which means we just have to find 3 Valraven. So if I find 1 more Valraven, we should naturally be able to find 2, even if we're doing skip by that point. I would sure hope so. The 200 more gems wouldn't hurt. So I think we start doing skip method at about 100, and then start using the Iron Gut Zugoff, and then just run that down the entire kingdom. Oh, there's the Valraven already. Perfect. Okay, yeah, so we're definitely going to do that then. So I'm going to just keep doing this normally until about 100. And then once we hit 100, we're going to switch team and start doing skip at the same time. Meaning we might actually be able to reach like 300-400 this stream. And then tonight we'll finish to 500, or, you know, towards that point. And then Saturday night we do Pure Faction. Also, has anyone tried Pure Faction yet? I'm pretty sure most people haven't reached it yet. If so, what team did you run? I'm planning on running the tank, double the lifesteal thing, and the legends. It's my current plan. Not too many people have reached it yet, though. And by not that many people, I mean, gosh, actually a pretty sizable amount. Like at least a couple hundred. Right, that's more than I thought. That is definitely more than I thought would be for a leaderboard. Though it has been out for a while. It's been out for 12 hours now. So that kind of does make sense. It just falls in a weird time zone for some people. Like my time zone, where it resets at 2 a.m. Will I show a team build with 2 times the new mythic? I can't. I don't have 2 mythics. If you were to build 1 out of 2, you'd probably go a mana accumulating weapon, the Nexus portal, and then follow it by double mythic. Or put the portal between the 2 mythics. So you go mana accumulating weapon into mythic, Nexus portal, and then mythic. But yeah, I can't specifically show one because I only have 1 copy. I don't plan on getting a second. Unless we just naturally get one somehow. But yeah, those gem spawn to start a battle, they can get lucky sometimes. They do not consume your turn. And they've also fixed any glitches correlating with it. Or, most of the glitches anyways. But, you know, I don't think you lose your turn anymore from that. Like, it's always your turn, so you can potentially get a lot of mana when a Nexus Star spawns onto the board. We had it happen once during the video. Where the Nexus Star got alignment. Not only was it an extra turn alignment, but it was also for a bunch of mana accumulation. No, it wouldn't even matter if it was extra turn alignment. Because, as long as it connects, you're still getting to destroy. And it's still going to be your turn because it doesn't, like, give up your turn. It still just remains on your turn. I said that you could get 2 of the mythic. I didn't say you should. But I said it wouldn't be useless if you had to. I just wouldn't advise necessarily going out of your way for it. Though the fact that you can get off event keys makes it not as bad, though. I said it's somewhat useful to get 2. I didn't say it was required. Because it's kind of like a Tina 9000, where Tina 9000 gets ran with mech. You could do the same thing with this troop and run it with what's his name? You can run it with Mirage Queen. So you can run like Portal, double Mythic into Mirage Queen. You can run Elementalist into double Mythic into the Portal. Like, there's teams you could use. It's definitely not required to have 2, though. Like, it's useful with 2, just not a must-have. It's like a Tina 9000 level of viability with 2. Like, you don't care too much if you don't have 2, but if you do have 2, it's like, okay, I could use this on occasion. It's one of those kind of situations. Like, I would never really, like, super advise getting a second Tina 9000 after you have one. But if you had to, like, you can make it work. It's a solid team. And that's kind of the case with this mythic. Where the goal is 1, but 2 does function. Oh, that's not the right one. Why? Also, why on earth is that not it? Though I guess that's kind of good, because then we'd have to do 5 rooms. But you would think the one all the way to the left would be the actual thing, but it's not. Though I can't complain. It's one whole less room when we have to do skip method. So it's actually kind of good that they didn't do that. If nothing else, I guess it's even because both of them are offset by 1. Also, I end out a code soon. I think once we hit 200. Which might seem like we're a little bit a ways from that. However, once we start doing skip method, we're going to start getting there a lot quicker. We're doing skip method once we hit 100. So 200 will hand out code. Since this is a bit of a longer stream as well, though we should still be hitting that pretty quickly. It might actually be quicker for us to go to 100 to 200 than it will be for us to go to 20 to 100. Just because we'll start doing skip method then. Because right now we're doing more than double the amount of rooms. Even though we're one-shotting them. The Mummified King. One of the worst troops in the entire game. Actually, is he absolute worst right now? I know he's pretty high up there for how low he is. He's definitely like top 5 worst troops in the entire game. Because he def-marked one of your allies. While not even def-marking what he touches, which is the weirdest thing. Like, if he def-marked your ally or all allies, but also did the same to all enemies, or at least the enemy that he hit, it's kind of understandable. But he puts a def mark on your own team without even putting a def mark on the enemy team, which makes no sense whatsoever. Like, if it was like def mark 2 of your allies, but also def mark all enemies for that mana cost, it's like, okay, that's understandable. But he doesn't even def mark what he touches, yet def marks in one of your allies. Which doesn't make any sense. Get to the pretzel ring faster. Actually, when I was in Philly, when I went to see family back in August, they actually had some gourmet pretzels from some local bakery. And gosh, they were good. They were so good. They were like cream-filled pretzels, so they had like the cream cheese already in them, or whatever you'd call that. Like they had 2 different ones. I think one was like a normal cheese, and the other one was like more of a cream cheese kind of thing. But they were some really good gourmet pretzels. Unfortunately, it was a family-owned business thingy thing. So can't get them anywhere here. But they were really good. Not our family, but you know, a family-owned business. One of those small businesses that isn't a chain. That isn't possible to get unless you go there. Yeah, Philly has a couple of things that are really good. Pretzels, bagels, and steaks, cheesesteaks, are really good in Philly. Also, their pizza is still decent. That's not as good as New Jersey or New York, but it's above average compared to an average state. I wonder if there's a ranking for every single type of food and how it is on average in every state. That'd be somewhat subjective, though. Someone had to have done it. There's some foodie out there who's, like, traveled to all 50 states, eaten at, like, 100+ locations in every state, and has a definitive tier list on such a thing. The only problem is that probably has not happened. Because realistically, who would have done that? Imagine if someone made a YouTube career out of that. Like, almost like one of those food channels, like Gordon Ramsay, or what's that one chef guy? No, what's his name? That one, like, really out there, eccentric one. That has, like, the flamey hair. What's he called? He, like, ended up making his whole, like, show just off of him just traveling United States eating food. What's his name? That one crazy guy. Not literally crazy. I barely watch, like, anything he's ever done, because it was a little bit more recent. And it was in the era of where I kind of just, like, haven't been watching TV. Gosh, why can I not remember his name? I'm pretty sure you guys know who I might be trying to say. It's, Diners and Dive-Ins, and, yes, that guy. What's his name? Why can I not remember his name? Guy Fieri! Yeah, that's him. Oh, you saying Guy actually is his name. Guy Fieri, okay. His name literally is Guy. Yeah, that's him. Because he basically just made a whole career out of that. Like, let me just go around the United States eating food. And record it. Obviously, that's not exactly what he does, but that's basically what he does. Basically. His whole career is just go around the United States, eat food, and make videos about it, pretty much. Let's see. Take that over. He has a restaurant in Vegas too? Ooh, interesting. That would make sense. Like, because that's probably how he started it, and he's like, oh, I'm just gonna go do a bit of road tripping. And then it turned into more. And now he has a whole show on it. He runs 3 to 4 TV shows. Oh, so he's kind of like Chef Ramsay then. Where he goes and markets to like 1 billion different shows. Interesting. It's kind of weird how almost all of them do that now. Like having multiple different shows. Because what has everything Chef Ramsay done? He did Hell's Kitchen. He did MasterChef. He did that one Hotel Nightmares or Kitchen Nightmares or both. I think he did both. So it's technically 2 different shows, right? So he's done like what, 4 or 5 different shows? I'm pretty sure there's a 5th one in there that I have no clue about. Plus he has a YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure the other one does too. Where he does like cooking tips, I think, or something. He has a show called Grocery Games. Interesting. I just know him as the guy who just runs around everywhere doing things in the United States. I didn't realize he had like 1 billion other shows. He did one with little kids. Oh, for what? MasterChef? Or like a different thing with it? Because MasterChef with kids would be kind of funny. So many things on TV I've been missing over the last decade of not watching TV. That was one thing I did see in the living room when I was seeing family though last August. Because obviously I was in the living room with them and there's a TV there. So I got to see that MasterChef is somehow still running after, gosh, how many seasons have they done by now? Like 20, 30? They had to have done 1 billion seasons by now. Like when I first saw it, I saw like the first few seasons and haven't seen it since. So they're probably on like season 30 something. Definitely 20 something. Let's see. Okay, it's almost time for skip method. I think we'll do one more normally and then start skipping. Yeah, does he do Hell's Kitchen anymore? Is that a thing that even exists? I'm pretty sure he has so many other shows now that he doesn't even do Hell's Kitchen anymore. Even though that's kind of what he's known for. That one guy that yells at people on yells at all the people. It's only had 11 seasons? Interesting. But I guess it makes sense, because it came out in what? Like 2010-ish or so, I think? So 11 seasons over 11 years or so kind of makes sense. That's about 1 season per year. Thought they might try doing like 2 or 3 per year though. But that would make sense. It's about 1 per year then. Which just seems to be like what most shows kind of do. Or try to aim for. So that means there's technically only a dozen Master Chefs out there? Or at least have the title from the show. Yeah, it's always funny how people with like a big career can literally just pivot their career pretty much. Because some just have like such a high popularity that they could shift into almost anything and just kind of do it. Because they'd already have such a high following to start with. Because even if they only have like a 10% transfer rate, if they have, let's say, like 1 million followers on Twitter or something, like, and you only have like a 10% transfer rate, like that is still an insane start doing literally anything. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Almost reminds me of like when Jack Black made a gaming channel. Doesn't it have like 3 million subscribers now? I think it hit like I don't think it was the quickest to ever hit 1 million, but I know it hit 1 million in like a few weeks or something. I don't think it was the quickest ever, but it was like absurdly quick. Not sure if he even still bothers doing that channel. They did that like a couple years back or something. Oh, don't die, don't die, don't die. I need that Valraven kill. Oh no, he didn't die. No, no, good. Oh, he got submerged though. No. No, stop. Oh good, he took a skull. We can kill him now. There we go. Okay, I think it's time to switch to the other team before that happens. Valraven almost escaped. It is time. Okay, let me go switch to... we were about to anyways right here. So perfect timing. Alright, let me go switch to our other team now. Let's see. Why do we say soon, TM? Is it a reference to something? Yes, it is. How slow the devs are. No, it's just an inside joke with the thing. I think it originally started with Blizzard, but it's also a really heavy joke in the Gems of War community. That even the devs use it. Kind of like how that fix to the star system that was broken this Monday is coming soon, TM. Though they did confirm it's coming on Monday, though. Which is one of the few times. It's also because they never give, like, definitive dates. Like, the fact that that star thing is going to be fixed on Monday is, like, one of the few rare times they actually give us a date for something. Because they normally don't give us exact dates. It's just soon, TM. And the TM joke is just that they use it so often that it's trademarked. It's not obviously trademarked, obviously. Do I know who the first YouTuber to hit 1 million subscribers? Isn't it that one guy who's completely irrelevant now? Fred. Wasn't Fred the first 1 million? I'm pretty sure it was either Fred or Smosh. I'm pretty sure it was Fred. I think Smosh was like the first to 5 million or something. But I'm pretty sure Fred was the first to 1 million. Now, what does Fred even do these days? Like, he just completely got obliterated in popularity over time. But he must still have, like, some kind of following. He was, like, so big at one point. Let's see. We'll throw that down. But I don't think he does YouTube anymore. Whatever he does do. Fred is dead. Not actually dead, though. He does a TV show? Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, yeah, he probably got like a multi-year contract that paid him for life. Like literal millions. That makes sense. Maybe he's hanging out with the dude who invented MySpace. Oh yeah, who did invent MySpace? I'm not even sure. I never used MySpace a single time. Though in all fairness, I haven't used a lot of social medias. Actually, it's kind of funny because the person who I commissioned something for, the one who couldn't speak English too well, who ended up doing one of the art pieces that I'm not sure if I'll be using, but I mostly just need more concept art, and he did it for so cheap that I was like, okay, yeah. But I think he wanted to post it to his social, which I'd prefer him not to, though I wasn't going to tell him no, because he gave me like such a good price that I really can't complain. It's not that big a deal if it leaks early. It's not really... It's a rather generic character, that one, anyways. But, he was, like, I think posting it to his Instagram or something, and he was like, oh, what's your Instagram? So I could, like, tag you. And it's like, I don't have an Instagram. I've never used it a single day in my life. So you can post pictures that aren't things on Instagram too? Interesting. I thought Instagram was just for like people pictures. Because the piece is definitely not a person, place, or thing. Well, I guess it's technically a thing. It is technically a creature. But apparently, I guess you can post art on Instagram as well. I have no clue. Never used it a day in my life. That and Snapchat. Like, what's even the difference between Snapchat and Instagram? Like, in concept, they sound like the same thing to me. Aren't they just both places you post pictures? Like, what's the difference? They sound like the exact same thing. On one you post pictures, on the other you post pictures. Let's see, we'll throw that down. I know, I'm starting to turn into a boomer. Like, I don't understand TikTok at all either. Like, isn't it basically just Vine, but longer? Like those 6-second Vines that used to exist? Isn't it basically just the exact same thing, but in a slightly longer format? But then why not just do it on YouTube? Like what? Why does it exist? Is the main thing I don't understand. Like, YouTube literally has shorts now, which I'm probably never gonna bother doing. But that feature literally just seems like what Vine and what not Snapchat, what TikTok is. Yes, and more terrible. Okay. It's basically just a worse YouTube. Yeah, boomers still watch TV. I don't watch TV. I'm like a millennial boomer. I have boomer energy while still being a millennial and still do some millennial things. It sounds like a dating app for the elderly. Does it? TikTok? It sounds like a place that sells clocks. Come to TikTok, the clock emporium. We've got every clock you'd possibly want. Oh, we would take her. Throw that over. Because they're in a hurry. Yeah, attention spans are starting to become so low these days. Like, I don't understand the point of shorts in TikTok, probably because my attention span is not, like, 5 seconds. I feel like that's increasingly becoming an issue. Like, I think the average attention span is like 3 seconds now. Maybe even lower. It's like absurdly low. No, what? You stopped listening 4 seconds ago. Honestly, I feel like gaming has helped my attention span. Because there are some grindy games that take like hours upon hours, so it keeps your attention longer. But it also helps you keep your attention for other things as well. Please let me cast. Please end your turn sometime today. There we go. That's unfortunately not enough to kill. I just realized I'm using magic right now, aren't I? I should be using seasons. It's not that big a deal, but... What on earth? I just like moved it and then minimized it on accident. That was a high amount of misclicks right there. But let me go change these to these. It's not going to make that big a difference, but I don't need magic, so no point in having it set. Oh yeah, I'm still bad at reading chat. I'm just a slow reader, is the problem. And my eyes aren't the greatest of eyesight. Also, probably need new glasses in the near future, too. Because since I've moved back to South Carolina, I believe I've only changed glasses once. The way I remember is I normally do it like every election year. So I'll do it again in 2 years then. But it tends to be when I do it. I didn't try to do it that way, but I know back in 2016, I ended up doing it, and then 2020, and then it's going to be again in 2024 probably. We'll probably put it off this year, and then next year it's like, oh yeah, I'll probably go get glasses finally. Yeah, I wasn't trying to do it that way, but for whatever reason, every election year I get new glasses. To such a degree that it's almost like a tradition now. Next election year should be really drama. Like, it's gonna be really funny. Because obviously there's gonna be a billion people running on the right. Actually, maybe not. I don't know. I'm curious to see who's gonna bother challenging Trump. Because obviously, most likely Trump's gonna win on the right. Maybe not the whole election, but he's definitely gonna win on the right. But the more curious thing is who's gonna try to stop him, if anyone. Because no one might not even try to stop him on the right. And on the left, there's going to be a bunch of people trying to run, because even if Joe Biden runs again, obviously there's a lot of people that don't want Joe Biden to be in office, including people on the left. So there's definitely going to be people running against him, even if he does run again, which he probably is. He definitely shouldn't, though. Let's see. Back the other way. Where are we currently right now anyways? We're at 43. So I need to find 2 Val Ravens then. Do you think you can handle things getting more nuts than in 2020? Yeah, that was a very weird year. Honestly, I feel like 2016 was a little bit more insane than 2020, though. Yeah, we'll hand out the code soon. I said at 200. I believe we're at 140? 130. We're about to be 140. Though it should start going a little quicker now that we're doing rush. Oh wait, I'm not doing rush method. I just realized I'm doing the correct method. No, I meant to be doing rush. Oh no, I'm accidentally doing it correctly when I meant to be doing rush. Whoops. Well, since I already started, I'll do the rest of this way. Wait, have I done rush even a single time? Have I just been doing it normally the entire time and not even realizing it? Because we've been talking the whole time about a billion different things. Oops, I meant to be doing rush method right now since 100. I think I might have done it once, then went back to doing correct order, or I just did the correct order every time and didn't even realize it till now. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to go straight for the final boss and keep doing that. Mistakes have been made. This moves us closer to Valraven. Oh yeah, I haven't been following anything with 2022. I don't even think anyone's for re-election in my state next year. Or at least the one that's worse isn't. The one that's kind of okay, that I still wish was out of office, who's definitely going to stay in office, is, like, he's adequate enough that he's not going to get kicked out of office. Because I believe the other Senate seat is open. But he's liked enough that there's no way he's gonna, like, I prefer him not to be in office. But he's, like, likable enough and has, like, that kind of charisma. Where he's kind of like a Barack Obama on the right kind of thing. Like, he has, like, that kind of charisma that he's just not going to lose the, vote, most likely. Let's see. Because he's basically like a black Obama on the right in my state. So he's, like, immune to ever losing a seat. Like, the super charismatic. Okay. Let's go for rush method. Yeah, there were server issues earlier this morning that might persist through today. It's because a billion people are trying to play. Or not literally, but, you know, a lot of people are trying to play for the new faction and everything. Which is what's causing that to happen. So he's not the most intelligent person on the planet, but he gets the job done, pretty much. Let's see if we throw that down. Get our Devour there. It started yesterday? Interesting. Because I know on Mondays and Fridays they tend to have a bit of server issues. But that's mostly because of content being dropped. This is the main thing that causes that, of course. Oh yeah, what was the pure faction? Sorry, I didn't say, see the one that y'all posted. Actually, I can't even see anything that y'all posted. What team was it? Also, hello, Rockhound. Also, hello, y'all. I never said hello. Mostly because I can't even find your message that is being referred to. I don't know, why is it not showing up on my thing? I don't see anyone by that name in the entirety of chat. I know, I don't see it. I always find that weird because sometimes people say like someone's chatting, yet I don't see any of their chat. And I have it set to live chat. Sometimes it's set to like top chat, and I think that's what makes it not visible sometimes. But I have it set to all live chat, and I'm still not seeing it. I cannot find it. Oh, there it is. Now I see your message, y'all. You used Void Wisp 2 times, Umbral Portal 2 times. Interesting. Okay, so that's almost what I'm running. I'm just running one extra tank up front. See, I'm running pretty much the same thing. Instead of double mythic, I'm running one tank in first slot. I'm just running single mythic. But yeah, double the lifesteal one seems really solid. It's really similar to Frostfire Keep. Frostfire Keep runs with 4 lifesteal troops because it's just so good. This one needs a little bit more assistance because it doesn't have score reduction attached to it. But double the lifesteal troop seems pretty much required. And then you just kind of build around that. And this thing's just completely useless. Why'd I do that? I should have done my Devour first. Whoops. Whoops. I think we won those still easily. There we go. How close are we to 200 to go hand out the code? We're almost there. We're doing rush method if I actually remember to now, so we should get there pretty quick. As long as I remember to keep taking the bottom 4. Because that saves us, that just doubles the speed at which we get it done at this point. Yeah, there's a, generally you technically don't need score reduction. I always just like running it just in case. But you don't have to have a tank for pure faction, especially when you're running with potions. Because you already have a natural 25% score reduction off the potions, plus all the extra stats that you have off of power. So technically every troop is a tank due to that 25% score reduction that you're naturally getting off of potions. So it's definitely not required to have a tank. I normally just like doing it though. It just leads to slightly higher consistency normally. But the tank for this faction's pretty bad compared to some tanks for other factions where you can solo the whole thing with it. Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever said the word y'all. I don't know, do I say it correctly? I've been in the South long enough that I should be able to. Though I still have like a New Jersey accent, so I probably say it incorrectly. But I've heard enough people say y'all, but I think I say y'all correctly. Howdy, y'all! But yeah, the word is you all. But people around here say y'all. Which still throws me off. Because I'm so used to it being called you all and not y'all. Kind of like the have and got thing from earlier, the other day. Same situation. Yeah, not every part of South Carolina is super southern. Like, the part I'm in right now is probably, like, one of the least southern parts of South Carolina. But there definitely are some parts of this state that are, like, ultra, like, every stereotype you would ever imagine from the South. But Myrtle Beach is a little bit less so. Like, it still has a lot of southern elements, but it's not, like, every generic stereotype you would ever imagine of the South. There are parts of South Carolina that is. This area is not like that, though. They're definitely still a lot more southern than, like, New Jersey. Comparatively. Myrtle Beach is like Florida, technically southern, but where northerners go to retire, kind of. That's kind of what it's like. There's a billion golf courses around here, that's for sure. Retired people seem to like to golf. And this place definitely does not lack in that category. There's also a lot of shows and other things that you can go to in this area, because it's a really tourist-heavy area. But it also means if you're retired, you can actually have the money to go to most of them. Though after you've been here for a while, you don't tend to go there that often. Unless you have someone from out of state or out of country coming by, like we did the other year. Because otherwise, since then, I haven't really gone to like any shows in the area. It's just not something you normally do when you like live here for a while. But there are a lot of them around. Mostly meant more so for tourism. Yeah, this place is, like, the entire economy of Myrtle Beach is tourism. Like, literally, like, 95% of this area's economy, maybe even more than that. Like, it's an absurdly large number. Out of anywheres in the entire United States, there's probably like the top 10 cities that completely depends on tourism to survive, which is why it took a huge hit for COVID. A lot of them took the time just to renovate and do other things like that, because a lot of them were doing that the other year, doing a bunch of construction work and kind of setting up for once the virus passes, even though it's not really passing yet. Let's see. Take that over. Yeah, as far as the areas that are like that, I'm pretty sure there's a few in California. Obviously, like the Las Vegas area is super huge on tourism. Places like Myrtle Beach, wherever Disney World is located. I can't remember what city that is, but wherever that is in Florida. Like, those are some of the higher ones. Have I gotten the booster yet? No, I didn't bother getting the booster. I'm going on my trip without it, most likely. Also, from what I've heard so far, most of the new testing shows that it doesn't even work on a new variant anyways. And I'm still technically vaxxed for the previous one, even though it has diminishing return. It's not like I don't spam masks everywhere. Even now in my area where I live right now, I still like been masking up like every time. Like since early 2020, I haven't gone anywhere without a mask. Under any circumstance. Honestly, probably just for the rest of my life I'll do it. Like even after COVID's like fully gone in let's say like 5 years, I think I might just still keep doing masks. It's kind of fun. Make it like a fashion statement kind of thing. There's actually quite a few outfits you could do out of it. I just like it. Even during like flu season now, like barely anyone seems to be like getting sick now. Because it's all the masks. It's kind of nice. And mask your identity. I don't know, concealing the face is almost a good thing. Yeah, having the choice to not to is fine. I just choose to. This area that I live in right now is really lenient. They have been for a while. Like, I don't even think anywhere's really requires masks for the people who are going there. Like, for some of the workers, it still requires masks. But if you're just, like, going to a location, like, most locations here you actually don't need masks for anymore. I just still wear it. A lot of other people still do, too. Though a lot of them don't as well. Like, if I go to that Walmart at the corner, like, I'm pretty sure only 20% of people will have a mask on. Though all the employees would, of course. As far as, like, you know, actual people shopping there. Yeah, you need it for airports as well. Like, you absolutely have to when you're in an airport and everything. They even sent me an email like, hey, you gotta wear a mask when you come here, blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, everything that airports normally tell you. But, yeah, it is still mandated for airports as well. Alright, let's go finish out 200, then we'll go hand out the code. Good old shiny code. There we go. I think we'll try aiming for 300 this stream. Seems like a good goal. Hit around 300 this stream, hit around 400 tonight. And then do the pure faction tomorrow. Which is normally about how we break it down normally. Because I don't normally like doing it all in one sitting. Though it's definitely doable, of course. It's like spreading it up a little. Got all weekend to complete it. No need to do it all in like the first few hours. Well, technically the first several hours. The only way you're getting it done in a few hours if you're rush methoding literally the whole time. Though it is possible to actually do it in 3 hours, but you would have to rush the entire time. Or, you know, go straight for the final boss in every single time. Which means you'd have to spend almost 3,000 gems. Which was how much we spent. I believe we spent 2,510. Which is almost 3,000, but saves you a little bit in comparison. It saves you like 600 gems. Compared to rushing it down instantly. Alright, let's go ahead and code. I did say at 200. And we have now completed 200. Okay, code time. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps all out and is greatly appreciated. Especially now that YouTube hides all the dislikes. So we need even more likes to make up for it. Plus it still does normal YouTube algorithm stuff. All I have to do is find where on earth my code section is. Did I accidentally X out of it earlier? I might have. No, that's it. I clicked on it correctly. Alright, let me go get you guys the code. Oh, I don't have my code section open. 1 second. Oh no. One moment. My codes aren't open. No. And it's buried. Also, I need to go clean up my other computer. I actually maxed out my space on it. 1 terabyte of storage, and I finally maxed it out. Unfortunately. So I need to figure out what I'm doing with the files, or if I'm deleting some, or what on earth is happening, because I'm starting to run out of space on my 8-year-old computer. Which is not good, because I still use it for a lot of things. Also, it's technically 8.5. Actually, this might be the longest I've ever had a computer. Let me see. When was the previous computer? So it would have been 13. I had it to like 19-ish or 20-ish, I think. So that means 7-ish years or so. Like 6 or 7. So yeah, I think the computer I have now is the longest I've ever owned any computer. Or any laptop, at least. Because I think that one other computer might have been longer. Because I think it was New Jersey. And it was brought over there. So let's say it was like 2 or 3 years old. Or, you know, I was that old. Wait, was that the same computer, though? That might not have been the same computer, I don't think. If it was, that would have been 10 years or so. So yeah, this one probably will be. I'm not even sure if that was the same computer the whole time, but if it was, that other one was also 10 years. It was one of those, like, really old towers, though. But yeah, the laptop we have right now is 8.5 years. Not the one we're streaming off of, but the one that runs a couple of our things. Including where I redeem the codes and have chats. Let's see. All the smaller processes. Right, there you guys go. There's the redeem code used on gemsawar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever your game says right over here in the bottom left corner is what you put in for your invite code. If however, let me click over there. Oh, we got tribute. But your invite code's right over there. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Just copy paste the random numbers and letters started with GW. And it gives same word as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. Somewhere's buried underneath all these rewards. There it is. And only usable on PC mobile version of the game. And as mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps out a lot and is greatly appreciated. There you guys go. Enjoy. Okay, so let's go and claim all these. Because gosh, there are a lot of them. 19 of them. And let's continue. Let's keep doing rush method. Over to games, over to new faction, and fight. So hello, C1RA, welcome. Or Kyra, not sure how you say that. Actually, almost sounds like the new Mythic's name. You're home and safe, nice. Oh, you got COVID twice with minimal symptoms? That's pretty lucky. I have no clue if I've ever gotten it. Because I've never been tested a single time in that regard. Though with how little I go out, I assume not. Like, grocery shopping is about the only time I go out. I also went to the bank a few weeks ago, but like grocery shopping is like almost the only thing I go out for. Oh yeah, we also went to that one restaurant the other day. The other week. Because my mom and I went out to celebrate my birthday like weeks late. Because she was busy on a lot of those weeks. Because they've actually been pretty busy this time of year for once. Everyone wanted to vacation around the holidays. Which makes sense. But, what was I just talking about? But, yeah, I don't go out much. That hasn't really changed. Even before the virus, I don't go out much. That's not something that the virus really changed. That is one nice thing about being an introvert, too. Like, I've been almost completely unaffected by this virus in, like, almost every possible way. Because our job didn't get affected in any way, shape, or form. Or, health didn't get really affected because I never need to go out for barely anything unless I'm going, like, food shopping or something. And, I don't know, this didn't really change much for me, personally. Oh, let's see if we'll go for this. You once said you felt like the vaccine was rushed. I still believe that. What made you decide to get it? Because I was going on 2 trips. And I wanted to have it before I went on those 2 trips. Because I went to Chicago, that one international airport, and I went to see family in August. And the Chicago trip was in, like, what, July? Or June? I think it was June. And I wanted to have it before I went on those trips. But that's mostly what made me get it. If I wasn't going on those 2 trips, I probably still wouldn't have the vaccine. But it was mostly those 2 trips that made me want to get it. Because if I was just doing my normal day-to-day stuff, I don't really feel like I would have needed the vaccine necessarily. But because of those 2 trips, I felt like I should probably get it. So I did. But no, I still think the vaccine was rushed. I also feel like there's a scheme with Big Pharma that's trying to, you know, basically profit off of it. That's also one of the reasons I've been kind of hesitant on the boosters. Let's see, we take this one. I'll take the purple over. Get our explosion. And it was end up killing him out before. No, I wanted to kill you before you did that. Though it didn't do anything useful, luckily. So it didn't really matter. That's kind of funny. We exploded all the green, and then almost none of the green got replaced, so we couldn't even convert anything. What a fail. And there we go. What class am I using? I am currently using no class because this team has no class on it. I think we have Elemental set, but it doesn't matter what we have set. It doesn't do anything. There's no hero class on the team. Because we're using Thrall Leprechaun, which normally doesn't use hero. Because obviously a common is better than maxed out classes. Because why wouldn't it be? I hope they never nerf Thrall. It's eventually going to happen. I just always find it hilarious that this common is like one of the top 10 troops in the entire game. As a common. What's even funnier is when he was released, he was like the most average troop ever. And he hasn't been changed at all, but just because of magic being increased by like 1 billion in the game, he's become extremely viable. Because there's so much more magic than what existed when he was added. Because back when he was added, he was doing like maybe 10 destroy or so, somewhere around there at max level. And now he is currently doing, in this particular instance, 113, which is more than the entire board. It's basically the entire board twice. Oh, and he does it once, obviously. Oh yeah, I haven't been bothering with stock or crypto. Crypto is like, what on earth? I'm not even sure what to think about cryptos these days. I got contacted by an NFT the other day too that wanted me to advertise their match 3 play to earn game. I ended up saying no though. But I was chatting with them some just to kind of see where the rabbit hole would go. I got to see some concept art for their game. It looks super ultra generic. Like, they're definitely making it to make money, not to make a game. Like, it is extremely uninspired art style and everything. Like, that's one nice thing about Gems of War. It has a pretty, like, noticeable art style and everything. Whereas, like, what they were showing is, like, if you could, like, think of the most generic match 3 you could possibly imagine and just, like, create an image of it, that's basically what it looked like. But I do feel like Gems of War is a bit more stylized. Puzzle Quest 3's art style is kind of iffy, but Gems of War nails it pretty well. Nice combination of like minimalist while still having really decent art. The problem with play to earn is most of them are basically scams in some way, shape, or form. The biggest issue with almost every play-to-earn game is, well, there's normally one of, like, 3, I would say. If they have an energy system, which this one was going to do, it's just going to be all bots. Because if it has an energy system, that means you can only do so much per day. And since you can have infinite wallets, you can just simply make, like, 20 wallets, 30 wallets, 100 wallets, however many wallets you want. Make, like, 50 different accounts, and then just play all those 50 accounts until you run out of energy. And then when you run out of energy, instead of buying more, you just go make another account, and then you make another one, and then another one, and you keep doing that. Then you sell all of your assets into one wallet, then you move all that wallet into one single account, and then boom, you just use multiple accounts to progress one account. It's almost like what botting is in RuneScape, but different. We're actually using one account in RuneScape. There's like high-end content where it's actually worth doing, whereas normally with a lot of the ways that pay to earn are, it's basically just you need 1 billion accounts, which is not ideal. So that's one issue they have. The other one that is generally most used because they make money is super pay to win, where if you just buy like, oh hey, if you buy this thing, and then you have like the super, because normally it's done in a way where you have to fight other players. So they basically make it like ultra pay to win. So, oh, if you want to like earn anything, you gotta like have something good to actually beat other people with, but you're gonna lose to all the people who paid. So it's like the only way you really earn is if you invest into it, and then that's how they make their money. Like you have to put like hundreds down, and then you only really earn like any sizable amount above a few cents if you actually like paid. Otherwise, you're just gonna get demolished by everyone who has paid. And the third issue is actually those are pretty much the main 2, I would say. Actually, I'm not sure if there's necessarily a third issue. The third issue is it actually fun? Probably more so. Because I haven't really seen a pay-to-earn game yet that seems even remotely interesting in the fun aspect. Like, almost all of them are set up in the premise like, oh, you could earn, like, some money by playing this game. But they don't actually do the fun part. They just do, like, hey, the main entice here is you could maybe earn some money. But most of them aren't that good. But that might change in a few years. There might eventually be a pay-to-earn game in the future where I say, hey, this is not horrible. But based on the current state of pay-to-earn, they are pretty much all horrible. I have not seen a single one yet to prove otherwise. Though they will eventually exist. There will eventually be a pay-to-earn game that is not horrible at some point. That point is not now. Let's see. Oh yeah, doesn't Google Play have like some kind of system for that technically? Where if you like do things, you get like some like things that could be exchanged for gift cards or something. I forget exactly what that system is, but don't they have something kind of like that? I know there's something somewhat like that for PC as well. I keep seeing ads for them. Not sure what their main thing is. It's always like one of those weird things like honey. Like, it's like, how are they making money? They have to be doing it by like, what, selling your data or something? Because how else are they making money? If they're not selling you the way your habits or your traffic or in your data. Yeah, that's another weird thing about pay-to-earn games, too. At what point does it become gambling? And gambling laws start to come into play? Because almost every pay-to-earn game would theoretically have a payout option that is, like, directly integrated. Like, the way that Dota 2, CSGO, and other things can kind of get away with not being gambling is they technically don't have an actual way through Steam itself to pay out. Technically, kind of. Even though you kind of can still. However, when it comes to like crypto, you theoretically have a direct way of paying out because you can go to that crypto and then sell that crypto. Or exchange that crypto for a different crypto and then sell that crypto if you wanted to. But there's eventually like gambling laws will catch up with it at some point. It just hasn't yet. Gambling laws are very slow. We know how government works. They're never going to get anything done until like a decade from now. Like, there won't be laws in place on pay-to-earn until, like, 5 to 10 years from now. Kind of like how there's almost nothing regulating NFTs or crypto currently. It's just pretty much everyone doing anything. Because there's, like, no regulation anywheres on it, for the most part. It's only gambling if there's no skill involved. Well, there's a lot of things that require a very low amount of skill that I would technically consider to be no skill. Though maybe the law considers it differently. Like, if you have a game that has an auto battle function, and all you do is create the team, and then it auto battles for you, but then there's like a whole gambling system within it, that's gambling. Like, it's literally just running itself. Like, you make the team, so you're putting, like, some skill and effort into it of, like, how to deck build. But if the game, like, literally has, like, an auto battle button, and it's just running itself, yet it still has, like, some kind of, like, gambling, like, infrastructure with that, with, like, crypto and everything, like, that's basically gambling. Even though you put in, like, some minimal skill to make a team. Or compose a team. Because I feel like a lot of free games do that these days. Have auto battle function, where the game basically runs itself. But if you do that on top of like a gambling system, that's basically just gambling then. If you have like a real world payout option for it. I don't normally play games that have an auto battle function. The only exception to that is actual auto battlers. Like, for example, Super Auto Pets most recently. Like, that's, like, one instance of it where it's kind of fine, because they're going to do the same thing every single time. And most of the strategy in that game is actually team composing. But Auto Battler as a genre is kind of like that. There's also a lot of other instances where it's not so much. Where all you're doing is paying, like, in-game currencies in order to upgrade stuff, and then those things just fight for you. Like, that's a bit different. Because something like Super Auto Pets, there's no, like, paying to win. Like, you just set your things. Like, everyone's on an even playing field. You can't just use currency to bypass it. So it being an auto battle in that regard is kind of fine. Plus, it has no payout or anything, obviously. Interesting word game. Actually, I saw a really interesting word game the other day that's still, I believe, in like super early access that I almost want to do. I think it's like $10 on Steam. I saw it the other day, a couple different people doing it here and there, and it actually seems kind of interesting. It's basically Slay to Spire and Scrabble combined. So basically you're playing Slay to Spire, but you attack and defend with words. And your deck is words, like letters, like how you would in Scrabble. Like you might have a TH or an A or B as like some of your words. So you could go like a tab, TAB, and put that on like attack, and then you'll hit for like 4 or 5 damage or something. And then you get a bunch of different equipment and stuff like that. Like it seems like really fun. It's basically Scrabble combined with Slay to Spire. The art style for it's kind of average, but the gameplay's there. Still in really early beta though, I believe. I forget what it was called. I think it was called Words Kill or something? Or Words Can Kill. There's some kind of pun off of that. Like the inverse of Words Can Never Hurt You. It has a pun on the inverse of that. Where words definitely hurt you. Hey, you will attack with moist. What is it called? I need to go double check. Gosh, what's it called? Let me double check. It's called, like, Kill with Words, something with words. Words Can Kill, I believe it's what it's called. Let me go double check through Steam. Let me see. We might stream it at some point soon. I don't think it's on sale right now, though, so it's going to cost like $10. But we might end up streaming it. It's still in, like, really early access, though. Oh, why is that going? Whoops. Let's see. Why is that not pausing? There we go. Other things, one of my tabs. Let's see, where were we? Words will kill. Or Words Can Kill. Let me see. Words Can Kill? Yeah, that's what it's called. Oh, it's actually not released yet. It's a free demo. Oh, I might need to try that then. I didn't even realize that. I thought it was like a $10 Steam game. It's coming January 2022. Oh, we're definitely going to play it upon release then. Oh, it's just a demo. Oh, cool. We might stream that this weekend. But yeah, Words Can Kill. We're going to stream that either Saturday or Sunday, especially if Darkest Dungeon 2 doesn't get an update. But yeah, Words Can Kill. It has a free demo right now on Steam. And it's coming out January 2022, which is next month. Oh yeah, we'll definitely do that then. We'll also do it when it launches. But it's basically Scrabble combined with Slay to Spire. So it's like an RPG kind of thing where you use words as combat. And you can both attack in words and defend with words. But yeah, we'll do that this weekend. Probably Sunday. Because I believe Darkest Dungeon... Well, maybe Saturday. I don't know. It comes down to... Does Darkest Dungeon 2 get an update today or tomorrow? In which case we'll do that. Otherwise, we'll probably do Words Will Kill. So we'll probably do that tomorrow then. Because I have a feeling Darkest Dungeon 2 is not getting an update yet. They definitely will before the end of this year. I just don't feel like that day will be tomorrow. But yeah, we'll go do that this weekend. That sounds like fun. I need to get better with words anyways. I think it gives you hints so you can kind of know what you can do. But you can still try to figure it out on your own as well. But it does have hints so you don't get completely confused as to what you can do. Yeah, I don't normally like crosswords or anything like that. But when you can do like a creative word game, especially in like an RPG kind of style, I definitely like that. So yeah, we'll go do that tomorrow then. 100%. Like noon tomorrow, we'll go do Words Will Kill. Or Words Can Kill, I mean. Or the demo anyways. It doesn't launch until next year, early next year. Well, we'll do it at launch as well. We'll play the demo tomorrow. Oh, where's the math can... Oh, that would be so much fun. Though technically, isn't almost every RPG math can kill? Though I would love a game like that. Probably even more so than words. Though I'm not sure how you would do it, because technically you're always using numbers to kill in like every RPG ever. You'd have to find a really interesting angle where you're actually doing like mathematic formulas to kill. Though a multiply or an exponential is going to be so broken in a game like that, though. Imagine being able to do a move to, like, the power of 5. You would just, like, one-shot anything. Actually, that'd be a really funny way to scale the enemy. Imagine if every single turn, the amount of damage the enemy does, or, like, every, like, set amount of turns, the amount of damage the enemy does increases by a power. So first to the power of 1, which would just be whatever it is, then to the power of 2, then to the power of 3, and so on and so forth. You'd have such ridiculous numbers very quickly. That'd be a really funny way to scale a game. Though a very unadvised way, because that would not be balanced at all. Like, the way to balance that would be insane. How on earth you would even go about balancing that? Because you'd start to increase exponentially very quick. What's pure faction team are we running? We're running one of the tank with double of the lifesteal with one legend. Is what we plan to run. I'll be having a video on it, hopefully either later today or tomorrow morning before we do Words Will Kill. Let me just go show the team real quick. Is this one? Right here, pure faction. Lightborn, Paladin, Void Wisp 2 times, and Umbral Portal is what we're going to be running for pure faction. We'll be doing that tomorrow night as far as actually running it. Right now we're kind of just grinding a bit. Trying to get to at least 300. Though, are we at 290 right now? So, pretty much already there. Might try aiming for 400 then this stream. And that way we can hit almost 500 tonight, and then we do pure faction 500 tomorrow. Which seems like a game plan. We still need to go get the rest of our crowns too, but we'll do that tonight, of course. Also, we can stop doing that soon, though theoretically we kind of still have to keep doing it for the extra rewards. Yeah, tomorrow night we're doing pure faction. We normally do it Saturday nights. Just to give us something to do on Saturday nights, because it's normally like the dullest day in Gems of War. So we normally save the pure faction for Saturday so we have something fun to do. Because it's generally like the deadest day in Gems of War normally. Because almost every other day has something going on. Especially Mondays and Fridays, gosh. Does have everything going on. I just realized the schedule for Gems of War must be really good for people who have a 4-day work week. Because that means when you have the big Friday event every weekend, you already have off. Assuming your 4-day work week is from Monday to Thursday. Though not every single 4-day work week would be exactly those days. Technically, I have the hours of basically a 4-day work week. Though I have been spending a lot of that free time starting to learn a little bit of coding. And just other things related to game development. We are going to eventually create a game. I need to start working on smaller projects, though. I keep overscoping, like, literally everything. And all the assets for things I'm accumulating for is also for an overscoped game. Like, when I make my first game, it's literally going to be with all, like, free assets. Or cheap assets I can find in asset packs. Like, literally nothing is going to be my own. It's just literally all assets. The coding will be my own. But, you know, as far as, like, actual visual assets, like 90% of it, if not more. As well as the audio, as well as sound effects. Literally any free assets or very ultra cheap ones I could find. Like, I'm trying to keep under 100 budget for the very first mini project. And most of the mini projects would be around that budget, too. The other thing I've been accumulating assets for, like those musics you've been hearing, that's for something that has like about a 10,000 budget that's going to be years from now. But ideally, I want to keep it closer to 5,000 if I can. But that's by no means coming anytime soon. We're working on much smaller stuff first. How old is that code? Old enough that it might work. Or new enough that it might work, old enough that it might not. I have no clue. You could try it. It's worth trying. Let's see. We'll take that over. Ha, mister. Also, thank you, Alan. Yeah, if you could contact me on Discord, it would help. I've been getting quite a few tracks, though I don't have the stems for any of the music, though. But I definitely would have no clue how to do the sounds for a lot of things. Like, I do have a mic that I could try recording some sounds on. And some things are a little bit more obvious if I need certain sound effects. However, sound design is actually kind of complicated. Like, really good, proper sound design. There's a lot of subtle things in a lot of games that you don't really think of. That you actually need to if you're developing a game. Like, a lot of really small, subtle sounds that you wouldn't normally think about, but are there and help the experience of the game. Yeah, it should be Tasted the Terror on Discord. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one. I highly doubt someone else has the exact same name. Oh, let's see, we'll throw that down. Get our destroy over there. Also, if anyone does art, let me know. I'm still having, I do have one person who's doing some art, but they're at this point mostly just doing initial concept art. A lot of what I'm getting right now is like initial concept art. But if anyone does like to any degree animation, or even just art, let me know. Like, that's probably the hardest thing I've been having trouble to find. Mostly because everyone's like way out of the price range I want to work with. To such a degree, I'm even considering trying to structure the game in a way I don't need animations at all. Where I still have like effects and maybe like idle animations, but like no like attack animations or anything. Slay the Spire ended up getting away with it. There's quite a few other games that do. Like, they didn't have anything but idle animations. There's no attack animations in that game. Which I shouldn't say no, I think a few of them did. But it was an outlier, any of them that did. Most of them didn't. They had effects that they did, but never like an actual animation of the character normally. Yeah, I can request for stems. Most of them charge extra, but it wouldn't hurt to ask. Especially if I can get it from some of them for free. I know one of the people I'm getting it from I might be able to get for free. The stems for all the tracks. A lot of them try upselling it though. What's the most annoying is when they try upselling commercial rights. When they're doing something that like literally needs commercial rights, and then it's like, oh, but the commercial rights come separately. Like, I don't buy from like literally anyone that has been doing that. They are the most annoying things ever. Because they're literally selling a product that to even properly use it, you would need commercial rights, yet it's not in the base price of what they offer. Which makes literally no sense whatsoever. You put your Christmas tree up yesterday. Nice. Your cat is all over it. Yeah, that I have had that issue in the past with cats as well. You almost need one of those baby fences around your tree to make sure cats just don't get into it. Like literally baby fence your tree with like a low-hanging baby fence kind of thing, and make it almost like a where you put the gifts. Like get a nice looking like white or even red or maybe white. I don't know. I think white would work the best because you could put like snowballs and stuff on it. Oh, but then the cat might mess with that. But you could do like a white like baby fence circle thing, put it around your tree. Problem solved. It's not ideal, but you can make it look nice. I'm not sure how much one of those things costs though. Also, we need a really low-hanging one, so it's not, like, super high. But yeah, my cat used to always eat the tree and then throw up because he ate the tree. It was quite a problem. We end up just fencing off the living room at times just so the cat wouldn't get into it. Because if we weren't around, he would just keep eating the tree. It was really cute when he was playing with the tree, though. It would also make him sneeze. And he sneezed very cutely. Because he was an indoor a cat with an outside tree, so it kind of like, he had allergies with it. He was allergic to the tree. Which is probably also why he threw up from it. Just do a plexiglass box, that would not work. It's a little overkill. Is to scare it with the tree? Yeah, you could technically scare your animal to not like the tree. Like, get behind the tree and, like, try scaring them. So they don't think it's you, they think it's a tree. And then, like, shake it a bunch. You'd have to do that before you do ornaments or anything, though. But then you're gonna traumatize your cat or dog to hate trees. And that might be a problem with the dog if you're taking them on a walk outside. And they see a tree. Like, with a cat, that could probably work. Like, an indoor-only cat. I'd probably not advise doing that with a dog, though. I can see that being very problematic for walks. Make them have a tree phobia as they go out for a walk. They'll never pee on a tree again. Or go near one. You had to spray bottle them when they get near the tree. Am I still playing Animal Crossing daily? Yes. I've still been playing Animal Crossing daily. We haven't streamed it, though. I also haven't really been developing many houses. But I've been, like, getting my daily coffee from Brewster. Because it's really relaxing going in there. We've been doing our daily islands. Because for whatever reason, they put on a daily lock, which is super annoying. But that's still worth doing because I need gyroids. I still go check the Happy Home Paradise items every single day so I could buy out whatever they have. Because I'm still missing 1 billion of those items. And I haven't bothered using Nookazon for it or anything. Probably will at some point, just haven't yet. I'm getting as many as I can naturally, and whatever I'm still missing, I'll just get from there. But I've still been doing Animal Crossing daily. It normally takes... It's a pretty quick daily system. Even with the new dailies that they added, I think it's like 30 minutes for all dailies. And quite a few of them are pretty relaxing to wind down with at the end of the day. The only problem is I normally do it at the end of the day, and some of the dailies aren't doable after 10 p.m. And some of them I can't do every day because they're not doable when I normally do them. Because I generally do it like right at the end of the day. The only problem is at the end of the day for me is normally past 10 p.m. I almost feel like putting nighttime ordnance on my islands in Animal Crossing. Just because I haven't really been using the bell boom since I haven't really been doing the flowers. And I believe the shops stay open till midnight if I do that. Let's see. We'll throw that down. Oh yeah, glass ornaments with animals would be a very bad idea. You'd have to go like all plastic ones. You also have to not have those glittery ones so they don't like try eating the glitter, which would also be problematic. We haven't been getting real trees the last few years, so I also don't even have any animals that can go eat it nowadays. I know it was a big issue with cats though. But now we have like a little mini fake tree. And we don't have any animals, so we don't even need to worry about it. I wonder what a bird would do to a tree like that. Would they just go on a branch and just sit there? Glitter causes more divorces in the United States than anything else. I highly doubt that. Though I don't doubt that is some percent. It can't possibly be the most, though. It's almost like the wash the dishes kind of thing. I could definitely see that being an issue with glitter. Hey, your made-up statistics do not lie, I know, right? Oh, we almost made it to 400 already. I think that's going to be the goal of the stream. Reach 400. Then tonight we'll keep going until we hit whatever. And then tomorrow night we do 500 pure faction. But as far as midday stream tomorrow, I hopefully have the video up between the two streams right now, going over the faction that we just were doing right now. But as far as midday stream tomorrow, I think we're going to do Words Will Kill, or Words Can Kill, whatever it's called. It has a free demo right now and it comes out in January. It's basically like Scrabble combined with Slay the Spire, kind of. Seems like a pretty fun concept. And the demo's completely free, so no reason not to try it. It's only on Steam, I believe, currently. The demo, that is. That's something to consider, too, when making a game. Make it like a really absurdly good demo that's free. Which will entice people to actually get the game. Because more often than not, demo will increase sales, not decrease sales. Even though people can try something to see if they like it before they try get it. It will generally net more sales than loss of sales. Hello, Nizaki, welcome. Which weapon would you advise for the finesse team? There are two that are really good, Nimbus Bow and, gosh, I keep forgetting the name of the staff. The Staff of... I need to go double check its name. I keep forgetting. 1 second. The Staff of something. Let me take a skull so I can win already. There we go. The Staff of... Is it called Staff of Madness? Why does Staff of Madness sound correct? But you either want to run Nimbus Bow... Well, ideally, you don't have to run either of these two, but either Nimbus Bow or Staff of Storms, that's the one. You can run pretty much any weapon here that's divisible by 18 or lower. So, like, any of the, like, Doom Skull Convert AoE weapons or something similar you could put here. But Nimbus Bow and Staff of Storms are generally the best two. With, if you have Staff of Storms, probably the overall best in the current state of the game, though Nimbus Bow is still really good too. But those are the optimal two. But really any really high damage weapon is fine. Like any of the 18 mana cost Doom Skull converting ones, Black Manacles, anything else you might want to put there. As long as it's like 12 to 18 mana cost, it'll work. Like a good 12 to 18 mana cost weapon. And the reason for that is it gains 6 at a time when it gives its mana. So having something within that range is what you want to do. And Nimbus Bow and Staff of Storms are the best for it. Staff of Storms being pretty recent too if you picked it up. I think it was available a month ago for pretty much for free, or, you know, in-game currency for like a few gems or something if you were doing the event already. Because that's the most recent one that's viable for it that was added. Oh, also, we finished all the rewards. We normally try doing that at minimum on Friday streams, and we already did it. Nice. There we go. So we had that done ages ago. There we go. Unfortunately, nothing good from the loot, but it is done. Alright, let's keep going until we do 400. So we'll do a few more, and then we'll probably call it a wrap for now until tonight. We'll go through a few more sets then during the stream. If anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, or anything you want to chat about, let me know. We'll do so. And I'm going to try to get the video out before the 2 streams today. Though I am going to eat as soon as we end this stream, because I haven't had anything yet today. And I'm starting to get hungry. But hopefully that should be up before the stream tonight. I don't see why it wouldn't be, but something could happen. You never know. Let's see, throw that down. Devour that. Destroy everything. Oh, you have both have immune to devour, don't we? We have a weird situation now. Even though we've killed through most of his durability, he has score reduction, so I want to do it this way. And then we won. We had an extra turn too, so he still could take another skull as well. Didn't need it though. If you're low enough level that you don't need summon, isn't Nimbus better than Staff? You still get the positive stats effect, which is one of the other things that kind of makes it better. The thing with Staff, the thing with gem spawning compared to Explode, is Explode will always give you some amount of mana. Gem spawn, if it misses, will not give you any mana. It's one of the reasons why things like Thrall and Leprechaun are so good, and why you, even though converts are also kind of decent, you don't use them as often, comparatively. The main reason for it is something like a Thrall, a Leprechaun, that Staff of Storms. They will guarantee give you some amount of mana. The problem with gem creation is if you happen to miss all of your gem creation due to random gem spawn, you get 0 mana. Whereas with something like a Exploder, you will always guarantee get some amount of mana. So, like, for example, when we cast Leprechaun, it's impossible that it misses. However, if we do something like an Elspeth that creates a bunch of gems at the start of battle, it could miss, giving us 0 mana. So it's one of the main reasons why Exploding is better, or, you know, why Staff of Storms is overall better than the Nimbus Bow. Even though Nimbus Bow is doing damage, it's not that much damage comparative to the other things that you're doing. And you're also just not guaranteed getting mana. There are some instances where it will just completely miss. And where it does, it sets you back a lot. Whereas Staff of Storms will always give you mana. Unless the color is completely denied. I can't remember what color it explodes, but very rarely is that going to happen. I pretty sure I probably killed Keeper of Souls first. He's literally the only thing that can kill me. And I didn't bother attacking him for some reason. Normally, when you're doing any faction, you want to kill the Skull Spammer first, because generally they're the only thing in the battle that's going to kill you. Not sure why I didn't click on it. Yeah, it explodes yellow. There's currently nothing in factions that directly deny yellow, so you're almost always going to have yellow on the board. It also has backup resummon, which even if you're late in the game is still useful. because occasionally there's going to get a kill. And it allows you to make up for that kill by replacing it. There's also a very small chance it literally gets replaced with another finesse, which is kind of funny. Though very unlikely, though technically possible. It has happened to us before. Where we're using finesse build and then the summon was a finesse. Which is quite convenient. Though any summon is better than having nothing there normally. Unless they're really blocking your mana. Alright, I'll make this the last run then. And then I'm grabbing lunch, dinner, breakfast combination. Which I'm not even sure what I'm going to make. I'll find something in the fridge. I need to go grocery shopping. I might do that, I'm not sure what day I'll be doing that. I need to soon. Yeah, you would have to use Stormcaller class. The whole reason you have to use Stormcaller class is because you need the Storm for Nimbus Bow. I mean, not for Nimbus Bow, I mean for Finesse, Finesse needs it to do the 6-mana accumulation thing. So it's kind of required to have it. Oh wait, why did I do that? You're the only one that doesn't have immune. Why did I think it was the other way around? Whoops. Nothing else, at least we pressured some damage. There we go, and that pressure damage was enough to kill now. Unfortunately, not full mana there. And he's dead. Oh, if you need souls, the easiest way to do souls is go to a low-level explorer and just quick kill it with something. One of the better ways to do that right now is that one, oh gosh, there's something of the dead. He's from that one faction. Like, he has an AoE burst down damage, so you can use Phylactery on hero, and do Phylactery, him, and then any kind of, like, necromancies you have. Gosh, why can I not remember his name? It's like something of the dead. Can't remember his name. Judge of the Dead. So Judge of the Dead you get from Hellgate factions, from throwing Chaos Shards there. But like a Phylactery, Judge of the Dead into some soul farming. Either with like a 50% base or 150 if you have Ferris Raw. Like this team, Judge of the Dead, Phylactery, Ferris Raw, Leprechaun. And if you don't have Ferris Raw, replace it with like a different Necromancy troop. But yeah, something along the lines of that. It works really good, and you just do it on a low-level Explorer. And you get some gold because of Leprechaun. You get a lot of souls because of Phylactery. And then Judge of the Dead auto kills the entire battle. And Ferris Raw or any other Necromancy gives you 50% or 150% more souls, depending on which one you have. Anyways, let's go do the last battle here then. The final stretch. Actually, we'll just do this one battle. The very last battle, actually. Yeah, Judge of the Dead. I knew it was something of the dead. Forgot the first word. I don't use the team too often because we normally don't need a soul farm. But soul farming teams have gotten a lot better since Judge of the Dead. He's a really good finisher option for soul farming teams. Which is something we didn't really have before because Ferris Raw was pretty underwhelming for it. Like, it could finish one troop, but it wasn't good at finishing an entire team. Whereas Judge of the Dead can wipe an entire team, which is convenient. Which was one of his main gimmicks. But there we go. We have reached 400. And tonight we shall continue. Hopefully get to like 490 or 500. And then tomorrow night we do we do Pure Faction 500. And then we go from there. But yeah, tonight we'll basically get to 500. And then tomorrow we'll do Pure Faction 500. And sometime between then we will have a video going over everything with the faction. Hopefully before tonight's stream. In which case we'll be grinding a bit further. And kind of finishing out what we started this stream. But anyways, guys, as I mentioned, we'll be back tonight, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is in about 4 hours from now, a little over 4 hours at the hour. We'll be doing basically what we did now, and just kind of grinding out the rest of it. Aside from that, tomorrow we will be playing Murder with Words. What is it called again? Kill with Words? Words Kill. We will be playing Words Can Kill tomorrow. The demo for Words Can Kill. It's a game that's coming out in January, and it's a nice trivia game, kind of. That's basically Slay the Spire combined with Scrabble. It's a really fun premise, and we'll be doing that tomorrow, probably around noon Eastern Standard Time. And aside from that, well, of course, we'll be having our normal standard Gems of War stream every night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. with tonight mostly just finishing the grind, and tomorrow being pure faction. And we'll have the video up soon going over the faction itself. Anyways, guys, also, if you haven't seen it already, we didn't really touch on base on it this stream, but we did cover a video on the Mythic earlier this morning. So if you didn't catch that, definitely make sure to do so. Goes over everything with the Mythic. We did our key opening, first impressions, you know, all the good stuff. 3 teams for it. Overall, it's okay. You mostly just want to end up getting it because it's the only Mythic from Nexus. So you kind of should get it regardless of how viable it is, just because you need a Nexus Mythic, and everyone needs one, so you should go get it. At least attempt for it anyways. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you later. Thank you so much for stopping by as always. Greatly appreciate it. I'll see you guys soon.